Right. Indeed. Ouch. Still hear something faintly. Apparently I did not mute very well. There we go. There we are. Oh, for heaven's sake. Come along. All right. It's ad time, so no one should be able to hear me talk. Unless they're watching the VOD. I've done this wrong. I've definitely done this wrong. Technical issues. I'm actually having significant technical issues. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. I think that's working now. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, that's better. Good. Good. Alright. Should probably get rid of that quick save, huh? Because otherwise I'm going to find it very distracting. Alright. So all I need is to accidentally load the wrong epilogue module. Alright, so last time I completed a trial. There were a lot of words, but in a good way, I think. Do I want to steal these books from the temple? Probably not. I don't really have a whole lot of reason to keep them. And it's not like they sell for very much. I'm not short on money. Not yet, anyway. Perhaps later. I will steal the money, though. Hey, they're sending me in exile. The least they can do is give us some provisions, right? Alright. Outside walls. Oh.
Excuse me, but before we go any further...
Ah. Sir Stephen, take a moment. Please, take my hand. Look into my eyes. Yes, lady. Your hands are trembling. What is wrong? I've lost everything I once cared for. My home, my family, now my adopted home. The people I cherished, the Lord I served, the man I loved, my place in society, my good name, my honor, my relationship with my God, all are forfeit. Okay, that is kind of a lot when you think about it. My lady, do not blame yourself. Say rather that they were stolen by a ruthless foe. Well, she was acquitted in the trial, so I guess that's true. Well, not acquitted, per se. After all, she did get exiled for the fantasy equivalent of gross negligence, but could be worse. Were you not there at the trial, Sir Stephen Lioness? Beta. I was not found blameless. Indeed, my 10-year banishment and irrevocable loss of Neverwinter citizenship was entirely due to my own failure. I am bereft of all things I once loved. All save one. You. Oh, well.
I have you. You were there when I was in my darkest hour. You were there when I needed you. But I was too blind to see.
And here you are again. You ought to have stayed in Neverwinter, accepted her hospitality, and received well-deserved honor from her children. You ought to have dwelt there peacefully and long. And left you to seek redemption alone? It is no more than I ought to do, and far better than I deserve. I have been given a great gift, life and the possibility of redemption. I need no more, nor should I have it. By joining me, you unjustly deprive yourself of hard-earned honor and peace. And how long before honor becomes ennui? How long before peace becomes indolence? And how should I have either, knowing that you live, and yet I am sundered from your side? But in me you have chosen dishonor, hardship and toil not of your deserving, but mine. In me I have the company of the lady to whom I have pledged my sword some time ago, and to whom I would pledge my heart and life. The peace of life in Neverwinter, and the honor she would afford, have I given up. I totally botched that line. Pardon me a second. I have the company of the lady to whom I've pledged my sword some time ago, and to whom I would pledge my heart and life. The peace of life in Neverwinter, and the honor she would afford, have I given up for your companionship? Am I to rue the exchange? No, lady. No merchant, nor the shrewdest, ever struck so advantageous a bargain. It is honor enough for me to be in your presence, and peace enough in my heart to be by your side. I still botched that line. Oh well, we're gonna go with it. An honor to be with me, sir, and how should I refuse so great a gift? But if you think yourself honored to be by my side, how much more should I count your companionship? 1,000,000 times, Sir Stephen, and 10,000 times more. In your presence my loss is as none, my burden as air itself. I owe no man anything if not you, and you ask nothing save adventure and hardship with me. I would ask no more, lady, save I know not if you can give it, for your will control is not that which I would ask. Your heart remains somewhat aloof, and I know not what to make of it. Is it that I'm human, and will precede you in death? I mean, that's a fair point. My head knows well the answer to that, Sir Stephen, but my heart is a riddle. I know how I ought to feel. Perhaps I'm just hurt and sad. I can deny you nothing that lies within the reach of my strength and will. And that which does not need concern neither of us, my lady, for now. I am with you, and therefore am content. Hello, 1001 Games Live. How are you today? I am engaging romantic yet platonic words with my eventual lady love, assuming I play my cards correctly. And I with you. Let us be on our way. Verily, lady. I mean, there aren't really too much in way of dialogue options, which is fine. I knew what I was getting into playing the game. I suppose I should look at it more like a JRPG where the personality of my character is already defined, and, you know, I knew that, like I said, going in, which is why I played a paladin. I mean, a slightly klepto-paladin as it is, but still. Actually, I probably don't want to be hasted all the time, given that I've got my girlfriend following behind, and there may still be conversation triggers that I need to deal with, so let's see if I have those other shoes. Oh, hello, Aribeth. You run after me from the other direction. I am not a good boyfriend. I perhaps need to establish that right away. Alright. Where did I put my stuff? Because I never sort this shit. Nope. Also no. Oh, come on. I did something with the goddamn bullshit, didn't I? No. Fuck, where'd I put the fucking thing? Alright. I have shoes somewhere that are not hasted. And I would like to find them, but I can't remember where I put the fuckers. Maybe I sold them. I hope not. They were nice shoes. But sometimes poor decisions are made. Maybe they're in one of these. No? Yes, they're there. There. Okay. How is Neverwinter tonight? Well, aside from me spending 10 minutes looking through my freaking bag, not too bad. Aribeth has had her trials. She has not been found execution-worthy.
I greet you,
but she did get exiled. Ah, greetings, Master Tildenison. May I present Lady Aribeth de Tilmerend? My lady, it is a singular honor. My employer hoped that you would be with Sir Stephen when next he came to my temporary place of business. I'm glad she was proved right. And who is this mysterious employer, Master Tildeniskin? I have sent him, Sir Stephen. I think Master Tildeniskin will be able to aid you in your quest. He came to me in the hope of being cured of his difficulties, and I have assigned him to you. I will not send him into danger yet. For now, he will provide you with merchandise. Later, we'll see. Hello, Eddie Ace Music. I'm doing well. How are you? He will donate merchandise to a cause? That I may not do. Please know that all proceeds will go to the worthiest of causes. Iris, you are not at the trial. While I understand why, I regret your absence. It was necessary. The trial went well, as I'm sure you're aware. While your part in it was not necessarily determinative, nevertheless you did well. And all the more so in accompanying my old supplicant on what I think will be a dangerous but important task. Could be, but he does work for an Ilmater, cleric, whatever the fuck she is. So, he might actually mean it. It's hard to say. So. Alright, I was bidden to seek you out and ask for direction in ascertaining the nature and whereabouts of various threats to Neverwinter and the Alliance, not to mention the Church. Since you are here, might you give me aid now? Alas, I have little counsel or information to give at the moment. My agents are gathering information in the mountains, and I have other sources, including Master Tildeniskin here, to consult. You have already agreed to aid my brethren here in Neverwinter Monastery. I think you will find that the work here will lead to an underground pathway into the mountains, where I think you will find me better prepared to lend you aid. Very well, Hyrus. We will meet you at your sanctuary in the mountains. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. You have a really good sleep, Eddie Music. And thank you for the lurk. Alright, farewell for now, then. Farewell, Hyrus. Now, would you care to shop? I would. I do like that Greater Mask of Persuasion. I keep eyeing it. I don't know that I'll ever need it, but, you know, it's the sort of thing where you look at it and go, but what if I do encounter a persuade check that I need to pass? And I think about it, practically, my persuade skill right now is 31. So the likelihood of me encountering a persuade check I can't pass that's not completely, you know, that's not completely rigged to be unpassable is pretty limited. That said, I kind of want it. Temptation. Well, let's see what else he's got, and then I can see if I want to buy anything more. Let's see. That's a souvenir I want to keep. Those are bolts. I can't sell them till I get 99. Oh, magic wand. Let's see. Wand of the Heavens. Oh, I can use it. Actually, I might keep this. I might keep that. You never know when you need a flame strike spell, right? And I can actually use it. That's very rare for one of those bullshit things. Alright, let's get rid of at least one of these quartz crystals. I didn't read that there's much to do with crafting in this particular game, but I could be wrong about that. Oh well. If there's a lot of crafting, I can always go play it again with a crafting type of character. Braces of armor. That reminds me, I should check what Aribeth's provisions actually are, shouldn't I? Alright, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to switch that out for this, since we're going more into combat than otherwise. While I have the utmost of love for my liege lady, I should probably replace her ring with something that actually has a skill attached. We'll pretend I'm wearing it on a chain on my neck or something. Let's see, what else can I sell versus... Oh, goodness, perhaps I should... Because I don't think I can have both of them open at one time, can I? Oh, no, I can. Oh, how nice. Okay. Well, then I can start sharing items, can't I? Let's see. Keeping that, I think. What do I want to offer her? Alright. Well, let's give her some bracers of something or other. I might still need that, so I might buy her one of those, but I'm not going to give her mine. She's got her sword of bastardy. Oh, Holy Avenger and Keen. That's a good fucking sword. Alright. Can you use a shield when you're wearing a bastard sword? Let me see. I'm curious, because I don't remember offhand. And obviously if you can wear a shield with it... Oh, and she can. Okay, I'm keeping that because that's mine. But I might buy her one. Assuming I have the money, and I think I do. Oh, heaven's sake, come on. Don't be a bitch. Why can't I do both of them together? I can usually do both of them. Oh, because it's a fucking greatsword. I don't need the greatsword +2, and she's got her weapons, so we definitely don't need that. All right. There we go. Better. That's what I meant to do. I just lost track of where the fuck I was. Alright. Alright. So I don't need to worry about that. What else am I getting rid of? Sorry for the boring watch me sort my inventory shit again. But I do want to make sure I get things I'm gonna get. I think I need a warhammer. Alright. Oh, a Scarab of Protection +5 is nice. I'll give her that one. I'm a terrible boyfriend. I'm giving her worse shit than I have. Actually, maybe I'll give her the full version. On the other hand, I can resurrect her. And if I die, the game is over. So... Alright, I'll give her the good stuff. Here, wear the protection thing. Actually, given that I don't have a thief, I'm going to keep that back. Because I may need to open some trap chests, and I'm going to need what I can get. So I'll give her the backup. Here we go. She's more kick-ass than I am anyway. She'll live. Worst boyfriend ever. Alright. Of all time. Rod of Resurrection, some Dragon Bloods. No, that's not helpful. Put that there so I can find it again. Okay. Give her that. I gave it to her in the other game too. It's a nice book for her. Alright. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we've done nothing yet. We have many quests to go, and we have done jack shit for them. Okay. Nope. Okay, I think I've sold most of what I can sell of my shit anyway. Identify, Snail Mail 2. Identify, Katana of Doom, Blade of the Elements. Whoa. Unhit Slay Racial Group DC 14. How the hell does that work? Besieged by a powerful Wu Zhen, Lord Xunang of Karatura was forced into some very expensive alliances. Weapons like these were plentiful but not cheap, and the strain of equipping his army against an ever-strengthening foe eroded his influence. In the end, Xunang's lands fell to their own weakness, not to the swords of the enemy. Merchants may have supplied both sides with these same arms to extend their profits, but 3 centuries have hidden the answers. So, how does that compare with her sword? Still pretty decent, but I mean, you're not gonna match against the Holy Avengers, so. Staff of Command. That is pretty nice, but I'm gonna sell it. I don't really have a whole lot of use for that kind of thing. I have a lot of swords. Just kind of keep them in random places. I'll get rid of them eventually. Oh, an archer's belt would be good for her, I think. Ah, fuck. What did I just do? Stop that. I didn't lose the item, so whatever the fuck I did, it's fine. Or maybe it's not. What the fuck? Dude. Okay. Hey, idiot, come here. Did I botch this again? I think I might have. Alright, let's see. Let's be a fucking idiot again. Nope, I can't seem to open my shit. Alright. I think I did botch it. Yeah, maybe not. Might be fine. There she is. Alright. Can I open it now? No. That's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna reload. Okay, aside from fucking that shit up, let's see where the hell I am. Alright. Hey, what are you doing, little girl? I have a cat on my lap. She's cuter than you are, so I'm paying her more attention. Sorry. Alright. Alright, well now I can open it. Well, why don't I give her some shit before I go there, since I'm already here, and there's really no reason to wait. Alright, get in there. That is a pretty cloak. It reminds me of the cloaks in Ultima Serpent's Isle that are actually like the product of genocidal murder. So you don't really want to wear them, but they look really nice. But yeah, you don't really want to wear them. It's kind of a dick move. Alright, so what else can I give her that's worth something? That's not going into my stash of things that I might particularly need. Because there are things that I particularly need under certain circumstances. And it's very ungentlemanly of me, but, you know, if she dies, I can use a Rod of Resurrection. If I die, the game is over. I said that before. I'm saying that again for emphasis. So, I'm not intentionally being a dick. I'm just kind of being a dick by chance. Alright. I do want to buy her a nice shield, though, I think. Alright. That's a nice ring. We'll give her that one. Magical defenses. I need to wear those. Oh, did I sell my boots of reflexes? I did not. Let's give her those. Ring of Fortitude, Elemental Resistance, Clear Thought, and Protection. I think we'll go to Fortitude. Maybe. Belt, and that. Alright, so she's at least not completely naked. Though I suppose there's an appeal in that too, but not right now. Right now, we're going off to fight. Okay, anything else? Nah. Okay. Alright, so back here, there'll be another dialogue with Aribeth again, which I've already played, and I'm not going to read it again.
Excuse me.
Here we go. Especially because they're kind of long dialogues.
I have you.
Yep, okay. Alright. Thank you. Verily. Verily. Alright. So let's go find the halfling again. Aribeth? You coming? Yes, you are. Okay. I'm not running anymore, so... Are you encumbered? Is that why you're slow? No. Just annoying. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. Let's try this again.
I greet you.
Alright, we did the introduction. There's the winged cleric lady. Alright. I would like to see your shop. Alright, fine. Now I can sell shit and go on from there. So, and maybe purchase a few things. What's this? Smiting. I did want to keep that because that's the Flame Strike wand, and Flame Strike is a nice thing to have. Alright. Keeping those for in case of necessity later. too many swords. They're all kind of useless, but that's alright. Alright, so Dragon Shield seems to be quite nice. Shield of the Holy. How does that work? Oh, my. Look at that. Armor bonus +4. Extra turning. How does that compare with what I've got? Let's see. Oh, well. I'll keep mine. That said, still quite nice. Alright. Alright. Okay, yeah, let's see our shit. I would like to get her a shield. I could get her one of these. I got one of these. Quite like it. I'll get her one of these. There we go. Have a giant shield. I could do it in a cloak. Nah, probably find a cloak in my travels. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think I'm pretty good. For now. Here, wear your sword. Okay. Alright. Did I do the Eye of the Beholder mod yet? Nope, not yet. I'm doing a fairly logical progression, I think. I did the original campaign, so I'm doing a couple of the epilogue modules for that. Then I'm going to do Shadows of Undertide with a new character who might actually wear pants, which is going to be a novelty for me. And I'm going to do one of the bridge modules from the contest that they had like 100 years ago. And then Hordes of the Underdark, and then a couple of the modules that take place after that. And then we'll see. I intend to get there eventually, though, because I think the Eye of the Beholder mods look amazing. And because of Neverwinter Night's particular system, it will, I think, make it a little easier for me than the traditional mod is, because I can't map worth shit. So the lack of auto mapping in the gold box game was a bit of an issue for me. As anyone who's seen me play these games could probably verify, I don't have much by way of a sense of direction. How many times do I go in a direction and go, wait, where am I going? And have to pull up the map? Yeah. So it wouldn't work very well for me. But this game has an auto map, so I think I would enjoy it then. I don't think you can make a party though, but I'm sure there are henchmen. Or OHS, I suppose. I wonder if that would work with it. Might be worth trying. Alright, there is an elf priest in this temple. Let's talk to her. I think it's a her? Nope.
Well met.
It's a him. I apologize. Well, maybe. I mean, you can't always tell from voice. Could still be a her. The blessings of Ilmater be upon you, my brother. Didn't say. Could be non-binary. Alright, let's look around, see if there are things to steal or people to talk to. There's an Ilmatari priest over here. Hello, Ilmatari priest. Do you have anything to say?
Hello there!
We have seen great pain in this house since the siege started, yet suffering may be blessed if it imitates that of holy Ilmater. Especially in kinky ways. I still can't believe that brothel owner did not see the potential in someone following Ilmater in a brothel. Really? Oh, okay, that's the guy I need to go talk to, so I'm going to talk to everybody else first. I'm like that. Alright. We are both holding many a nifty sword, aren't we? Oh, I need to rest so I can get my holy sword ability back. Or I need to memorize another holy sword spell, can I? Let's find out. I cannot. Oh, I can get another third, though. Gotta dispel magic. I could do greater magical weapon. Or magic circle against alignment. I think the Holy Sword pretty much covers all the enhancements I need for now, but... guess you never know when you might need a remove paralysis spell. And first level? Always gotta go with the bliss. Goodness, I have been slacking, haven't I? Alright. Well, let's go loot the shit out of this place. Look, we're doing them a favor. The least they can do is offer us a couple of provisions. I'm a terrible person. Ooh. I am extorting these monks. Money! It would be awesome if they called me out on this. It really would. Like, why did you steal money from our temple? We did the math. We saw you steal 66 gold pieces from our temple. Why did you do that? Because I'm a klepto.
Would you like something?
We have seen great pain in this house since the siege started. Yet suffering... it's the same line as before. I'll save my impeccable voice acting ability for a different line. Yes, that was sarcasm.
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Oh. Hello, baby. Hi, what are you doing? You being a good baby? I think you are. Yeah. That's a good cat. That's a good cat. Oh, hello. I see that I have a new follower. Welcome, new follower. I keep followers anonymous, so no worries. Won't call you out. I might follow back, though. Unless you're a terrible person, but I don't know that, so. I'm kidding. Alright. I have not met any terrible people on Twitch yet. Alright, let's see. Gonna save again. Probably should change the names of some of these. Not gonna bother with it right now. And let's talk to this douchebag. Excuse me. Mard Kenther.
Hello to you.
Greetings again, brother. And to you, Lady Aribeth. You're allowed to speak to the lady? We are not in Neverwinter here, Sir Stephen. As a general rule, the Church respects secular law, save when such laws violate her tenets. In the case of the lady, we do not object to her sentence, but we see no need to treat her as if she were not here. We see no need to treat her as if she were as she is not. You are most welcome, Lady Aribeth, and we hope you will help us with our present difficulties. Perhaps you could discuss the problems you were having in more detail, Brother Mard. First, Sir Stephen. Oh, I acquired an item and I have lost an item. I would like to know if you still have the Stone of Recall that the lady gave you when you first entered her service. Ah, here it is. I shall now re-energize it. It will now bring you to the portal yonder, functioning much as it did when you were in the lady's service. Thank you, Brother Mard. Thank you that I shall be in much need of it. As to that I cannot say. I think caution wise. The enemy below is dangerous, and I know not how deep or widespread he is dispersed. You should make sure that you are well provisioned. You have met Master Tildeniskin outside, have you not? And are aware, I hope, of all he has available. That we are. We shall inquire of him if there are items we are in need of. You are aware, then, that the Hyress herself sent him to lend you aid. I also have some items available, particularly resurrection spells and healing items, though I pray that neither of you will need them. Also take this. I suspect that it may be needed, though again, I pray not. I have more, and you may obtain them of me as needed. A wooden stake. Oh, this should be fun. Vampires. Perhaps, brother, it's time the lady and I were given the full story of your troubles. I'm gonna stab me a vampire. Eat it, Edward. Okay, very well, Sir Stephen. What would you like to know first? Let's just go down the list. Tell me of the monastery. This monastery has not been here for not much more than 100 years or so. It was built on the site of an old ruined heathen temple. Do we really need to use words like heathen? We have established that the pagan, quote-unquote, gods are equally as valid as any other god in this setting. So you can lay off the heathen line. Though, I mean, they used it in the original campaign. So this is not an indictment of the author, I'm just saying. This is me bitching about this character. Though the Heiress herself did not herself establish the monastery, she gave the place her blessing from the start. We settled outside the city so as not to compete with either Helm or Tyr. As you are no doubt aware, several of the gods work together, and we of Ilmater are most willing to respect the position afforded the official gods of Neverwinter. I understand that the Ilmateri and Servants of Torm are working together on a joint seminary project in the city. Verily, we have worked to aid the community hereabouts as best we can, healing the sick, visiting the lonely and infirm, giving aid and alms as needed. I am certain that you and yours are well thought of hereabouts, brother. I should like to think so. We have had a time of it since the plague and the war. Being outside the city, we were not as badly hit by the plague, though we lost some. You were spared the worst as the false Helmites were not here spreading the plague through their counterfeit blessings. Verily. And the siege took place not far away, but did not affect this area. We know that the lady had much to do with that fact. Her lands lay to the west of here, and it was through those that she marched the army. I see, so Tyr was protecting his city all the time. It may well be that the lady erred egregiously, as his lordship found at the trial, yet Tyr was still working in spite of his servant's failure. Through you, lady, you have saved many lives and averted much destruction. Hello, how are you? How do I pronounce your name? Is it Fixer one? I feel like that's how I would pronounce that. I am playing the mod Aribeth's Redemption, which is a sequel mod to the official campaign. I played a different sequel mod earlier, Aribeth's Revival. This is going in a somewhat different direction, I think. Both are good, though. Gotcha. I think. Not bad. Fixer? Do you pronounce the Y like an I or like a I? That's not helpful. Hello, Emmy. How are you? I am badly massacring the pronunciation of the name of the person in chat right above you. Glad to hear it. All right. I'm going to get to fight vampires. Fixer, okay. Sounds good. All right. That makes sense. And yet so much was destroyed and so many lives lost. I cannot but take responsibility. I do not say... Alright. I do not say you have not much to atone for. Which of us doesn't? It may well be that even more lives would have been spared had you been where you belonged, at the head of Neverwinter's army, rather than the enemy's. Yet through you, even though you did not mean to do so at the time, Tyr's purposes were served. But I digress. Is there aught else you would ask me? Tell us of the trouble in the basement. I get to stab Edward. Yeah. We have long known that ours is not the first house of prayer to be built on this spot. Downstairs is an ancient heathen altar. We've talked about this priest. I'm warning you. Which has been rededicated to Ilmater and has been used for proselytes, I think, for some time. Proselytizing, proselytes. Yeah, that makes sense. I know how to pronounce one word, but not the other. It doesn't really. The author does pay some lip service to it. I think that if I recall correctly, I read on the site that he spares a reference to an entity using the true name that Aribeth got in that module as being kind of almost like a magical clone of the original, and that's the one you're recruiting in Hordes of the Underdark, I guess is the logic there. Personally, I'm just going with the idea that this is a different timeline. So, you'll notice that I have a little beta in parentheses after my character's name, and the idea is that each epilogue I play with the character is a separate timeline. So Alpha played Revival, Beta is playing this, And assume whenever it actually gets done, my plans are for a third one to play the Blades of Netheril series. And my understanding of that, based on what the author said, is that it's kind of in continuity with both the official campaign and the other expansions, though obviously not the same player character. So I'm going to assume that that character will be the one from that module. And then we're going to assume for that particular timeline that the events described, or at least implied, in Hordes of the Underdark, which are quite sad, are what happened to Aribeth there. I hope that makes sense. So this one is dubiously compatible, but I'm just not going to worry about it. Hordes will be a separate timeline in my thought. All right. Yes, proselytes, yes. There's also an ancient holy well, which water is used to fill the fountains yonder. Good to know. While we have availed ourselves in Elmader's service of these two things, we have ever been uneasy with the basement, and none of the brethren has ever been housed thither. Most of the space has been used for storage. Even the ancient well has been largely abandoned and sealed off from most of the basement, the water having been rerouted up here. The chapel has been in constant use, as some air of holiness lingers about the place that seems pleasing to Elmader. Yeah, that's my thought fixer. I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of my characters and timelines. I think I said in a prior game, my ideal resolution for all this, because the idea amuses me, is to see if I can get the OHS henchman system working in some mod or another, and create NPCs of player characters based on different timeline children of my character. So kind of like having an X-Men comic that stars Cable, Nate Gray, Rachel Summers, Ruby Summers, I don't know, shove Strife in there maybe, and I'm sure I'm missing one. Maybe one of the alternate universe Franklin Richards, just as one party, or one group, because I think that would be hilarious. It's just like the multiversal family reunion. And that's my intention one day. And I'm going to have to keep track of which characters are going to connect to which. But that's like for a number of years. Okay, Emmy, you have fun. You lurk all you want. Okay. Go pet your cats for me, though. Yes. So that's why I have a spreadsheet. It's a very lightly filled in spreadsheet right now, though. During the siege, we have had many wounded brought here, and were constantly in and out of the basement gathering provisions. During these forays, some of the brethren began hearing odd noises and tapping sounds. As there was not much to do, we were not overly anxious. Oh, gotcha. You gotta do that. Poor kitty. If you put it in his range, that's fair game, right? I think Mega Cursed Ginger agrees with me. But I know. You gotta be a responsible cat mom. Alright. Then one day one of our brethren heard by chance a remark by a member of the Montour clan that they had seen some strange figures going in and out of the old mine west of here. Upon hearing this, I began keeping a much closer eye on the goings-on below, though not close enough as it turns out. What is the Montour clan, or Montour clan? They are a family of dwarves who live nearby just to the northwest. You'd be well advised to go and visit them. Old Delinus is head of the clan, and I suspect would be glad to make your acquaintance. They have dwelt in this area since before Neverwinter was founded, and may have some helpful information regarding the goings-on below. Perhaps we should go speak to them. Hello, Starbreeze. How are you? Very well. Not too long after the siege started... Oh, did I actually... Okay, yes. After the siege started, one of the basement walls apparently was breached. The brother who witnessed its effects survived and reported having seen something like a troll, though of a ghastly and unnatural color. Trolls? I fear, based on the brother's description, that we may be dealing with undead. We have not the manpower to fight them, and you are much more able than anyone we have here at our behest. I mean, fair. And we have so pledged ourselves. Is the entire basement taken, or have you been able to contain the intruders? We did for some time, but eventually we were driven out entirely. The Hyress herself placed a spell on the door yonder, such that it will not suffer for any of our foes to pass, though we are unsure of how long it will hold. But we'll be able to pass through. You may enter through the door, but you may not pass back so long as the enemy remains in the basement. Once they are disposed of, and the altar cleansed, the door will open to you. Meanwhile, you have the Stone of Recall. You mentioned the altar. I can sense by my art that the altar in the chapel below has been profaned. I cannot aid you in its cleansing, for the only means I know of would be to gather fresh water from the ancient well. The two are somehow linked. I admire that he can pronounce parentheses, and wash away the defilement. Very well. Once the enemy is cleared out, we will cleanse the altar for you. Good. Have you any other questions for me? What aid can you offer us? I can heal you, and I have a few oddments for sale that might be of help. I am forbidden to give them to you by express order of the Hieress. She seems to think that making a donation to Ilmater in exchange for the items will somehow aid in the lady's redemption. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's the reason. I like that the dialogue fits too. I fail to see how my parting with coin will be of help to Lady Aribeth. Perhaps the Hieress can explain. I am also required to charge you 500 gold pieces for each use of the portal. The lady and I have coin available. Perhaps the shared sacrifice will do us both good. I may be able to give you advice as you sojourn further down. At the very least, please let me know when the altar has been cleansed. Very well. We will report to you once we have cleansed the altar below, and will inform you of what we find as we descend. See me once the source of the evil has been eliminated. I will reward the lady for her services to the church, and also if you have not visited the Montour farm northwest of here, or any other houses in the area, it might be here for you to do so. And don't forget Marigot Tildeniskin has items for sale. He is located west of here. Have you any other questions? May I make a purchase? All right. Oh, well, this stuff's kind of nice. It's very blue. Definitely Marigot's stuff is better, though. At least for the time being. But, at least for Marshall's stuff. This guy doesn't even have fucking heal potions, does he? The resurrect spell and raise dead spells will be useful, though. Maybe I'll buy a couple of them. Still not sure what the difference between raise dead and resurrection is in a practical sense, so I'm not going to worry about that. Alright. Oh, I think I'm going to buy another Rod of Resurrection, just to be on the safe side. Oh, I can buy multiple. Okay, well, I shouldn't have any trouble now. And, oh, I want another steak. At least one other steak. And some holy water? I'm not going to use it as a projectile, but maybe I want another steak. I wonder how many steaks I would need. I feel like you should be able to recycle a steak, right? It's like stab another one. At least that's how it worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I watched when I was in high school, so that's how old I am. You can do the math. Alright, well, let's go see if we can talk to those dwarf people. It's kind of weird to see people I remember being young in TV shows I watched as a kid or a teenager and now realizing they're like age 50. Like the girl that was the Pink Power Ranger is 50 years old, and I'm like, really? Goodness. Alright, I guess I'm going, well, northwest. I'd say that's more north than northwest, but okay. It is good, I think. I think it's still very watchable. I think there are some things that don't necessarily hold up, but overall, I think it's still a very watchable show. Alright. Oh, these things are open now. Quite nice. Alright. Padrium Montour. Are there other people? Oh, no, but I can look through his shit. Let's go look through his shit. I gotta make sure he's not a spy, you know. Luring us into some kind of trap. Alright, I'm not gonna steal his sapphire. It's a sapphire. I got plenty of sapphires. Could steal his magic wand. I guess I'm not gonna steal his magic wand, though. Alright, let's go talk to the guy. Oh, now, I cannot talk with ye. You be the gouger of the eye, and she were of the eye of the time. Too grand. Can't talk with them. What's too grand? Now, if you had smike now. What the fuck is a smike? Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright.
Hey, what?
What is a fucking smike? Alright. This guy's useless. At least for now. If I had Smike. Maybe Smike is a person? Alright. Maybe there's another person here I can talk to. Hi, Aribeth. Yeah, you can run after me or not, as the case may be. Yeah, run is disabled. Folly Montor and Delinus Montor. Okay, let's talk to Delinus Montor, because I'm sexist.
Greetings, adventurer.
Greetings, my lord. Lady Aribeth. Welcome to our home. We watched the trial with interest and noted its favorable outcome with gladness. We never believed you responsible for your part in the battle, and rejoiced that old Elegandar saw fit to find so as well. You addressed the lady directly, sir. Are you not required to reckon her as dead? Are we in Neverwinter, my lord? Nay, this farm was in operation long before Lord Never arrived at this spot. My ancestors carved a place out of the wilderness many generations ago here on the Torm that feeds the great river. We Montors have dwelt here long, and though we are glad of Neverwinter's company, feel none too beholden to honor their laws. Fair enough. Hey, cat, you want food? Yes, eat your food. Okay. Continue. I thank you for your greeting, Master Delinus. It has been some time since we last conversed. How fare things here at the Torm Hectares? You know each other. So, Stephen, you seem to forget that I was official of the city for some years. To be fair, my character's like 18, so he doesn't get that time has passed. He's a teenager. You're a cradle robber, Aribeth. The Montors have kept the region safe for many a life of men, and it's an area that we have long known could potentially be trouble. Reports of odd happenings troubled not a few of our councils, yet little definitive could be ascertained. Aye, lady, and all the odder they have gotten of late. The old tunnel just to the southwest of the farm was reopened, and not by mine folk mind, and not long before the siege began. Outlandish folk in black and orange robes began entering. They wore some sign with an evil eye. You saw them? Did you not try to investigate? I saw them, but it was my brother Potty that investigated, or so it seems, and more's the pity. I only heard of his dealings with them later, after the tunnel collapsed. He was loath to tell me, and I know why. The Montor Spike. The Montor Spike, Sir Stephen. You'll hear in a moment. So old Potty followed these mysterious strangers in the tunnel. I trust he's all right. I haven't seen him in ages, but then it's been too long since I've seen you. Well, we just saw him like 2 seconds ago, and he wasn't very cooperative, Aribeth, but that's okay. Lady, you've got more than enough on your mind of late. I'm glad to be seeing you at all. Old Elegandar did right by you at the trial, and I've told him so. Poor Potty. Who knows what was going through that odd mind of his when he followed the odd creatures down. I think he only just escaped as they collapsed the tunnel behind him. But I'm afraid he must have lost the spike, and that's a grievous loss. But for the sake of Master Lioness here, I'd best do some explaining. Okay, so who the hell is Potty? Potty's actually Lord Podrian Montor, my older brother. By rights, this should be his house, the farm and inheritance his, but poor Potty has never been quite right in the head. I've lived as the eldest, though I'm not, and my son Podrian, the reason for the name should be obvious, who will one day inherit. The boys, lady, I have 5 sons. The boys, lady, I have 5 sons, Master Lioness. I've been helping out, rebuilding the walls of the city. I admire that he can speak in parentheses, too. And the girls, 3, sir, are mostly within them. Aye, but the times have changed, have they not? Indeed so. Anyway, Potty lived in a small apartment attached to the barn, and hasn't been out since his encounter with the strangers. My wife has been seeing to him. He'll recover all right, but I'm afraid he's regretting bringing the spike with him. What's this tunnel you mentioned, and where is it? My great-great-uncle, Boagan, thought to expand the family prospects and dug a tunnel into the side of one of the hills southwest of the farm. He mined gems and dug up 2 particularly strong magical ones that he affixed to the Montor Spike. He and his side of the family ran the mine for a generation or 2 of our people, about 250 years or so, and brought up a fair amount of wealth over that time. They assiduously avoided digging too deeply or too far to the northeast. The mine was closed about a century or so ago, and hasn't been bothered much since. Oh, that's all right. You're allowed to dip out. Oh, wow. That is cool. That is cool. So my pantsless paladin is a very large pantsless paladin right now. Life-size, even. That sounds a little intimidating, actually. Would it be easier if I tilted the camera up so you got a ass-eye view? Maybe not. Alright. As I said, within the last few weeks, evil seemed to be stirring about the mine, and Potty investigated. And there was the war and the siege, but it didn't come near us, for which I suspect we have you to thank, lady. I hardly think I deserve any thanks for what I did. Perhaps, my lady, deserve some for what you did not do. Precisely. And we didn't have the spike anymore, so our defenses wouldn't have been as certain. My lads fought and gave a good account of themselves, so I hear. But the wife and me, well, we couldn't just up and leave Potty. And we thought we'd keep an eye on the old tunnel, but it's just stayed blocked up so far. And what is the Munter spike? The spike is an ancient heirloom of our family, a halberd with magical properties. My great-granduncle, Bowigan, dug 2 magic gems out of the mine he started and added them to the spike, considerably boosting his powers. Oh, I think Stephen could possibly change your mind there. Maybe not. Anyway, continue. Potty, the oldest son, is its rightful owner, though I've always played the part. Life has been fairly easy around hereabouts for the last generation or so, since Neverwinter began to flourish. What little police work I've needed to do hasn't called for anything so grand as the spike, so I've left it in Potty's possession. He ought to have something that marks him as the eldest. So, I think I asked that one already, but just in case. Yeah, okay. I did. Alright. We're not going to read that out loud again, because I just did. How can we help? Go and speak to Potty and find out what happened. Verify if you can, whether or not he lost a spike. If you can find a way to get it back to us, we'd be profoundly grateful. If it was not buried in the cave-in, it might be dangerous in the hands of whatever those creatures are. Stop scratching your ass with the sword, idiot. Oh, great. You're seeing him scratch his ass with a sword in life size. Huh. Keep in mind that Potty speaks in his own idiom. He referred to me as Forgy. I've never understood why. And he somehow associates the tunnel with the kitchen. The rest I'd imagine you'll figure out on your own. Good luck to you. That sounds peculiar. Okay. Let's talk to Fully.
Hail and well met.
Poor Podram. He's a dear, really, though he's a mite hard to reach. His mind seems to stick on one idea and run on about it for some time, and he seems to make the oddest connections between one thing and name of the other. Why he calls things what he does, I'll never know. He knows me as the lady, and he seems to have a particular affection for me. My husband he more fears and esteems, in his own odd way. Was he always odd, or did he have an accident? Oh, no, Lord. He's never, so far as anyone knows, been any different from the way he is now. I do hope he hasn't done anything foolish, but then he can't really be held responsible, I suppose. I hope you'll be able to get some information out of him. Hey, would you like to come back over here, you tiny spawnling? Come on. Come on. Sorry, I'm going to try to reclaim my cat. She's looking at me from a distance, and thus a little too tempting for me to annoy her. One sec. Yeah. Alright, here we go. No escape for the cat. At least for now. Let's see if I can make a nest. There we go. Trapped. The indignity. Okay. Oh, well. We hope so too. Thank you, lady. Very well. Oh, and Aribeth, we truly are glad to see you again, safe and sound. You're more than welcome among us. We Montars never forget a friend, and we'll never abandon one. Okay, good. My thanks, Mistress Foley. You and yours have always been most honorable. I'm sure we will meet again soon. End dialogue. Alright. So, let's just peek into everybody's rooms and make sure they are above board. I don't really need to steal from them, but I do want to peek in the rooms. Oh, that's an exit. Exit, stage left. Alright, well. Whee, spinning around. That is possibly a too much overhead. Let's tilt. Oh, interesting. So, a mine. Oh, well, I should talk to the fellow in the barn. Perhaps he will be more able to talk to me now. Maybe. Don't be a silly girl. Northwest Barn. Or not. This is not the place I thought it was. Alignment? I am playing a paladin, which means that I am lawful good, but I am playing him badly, which means I steal everything in sight with a vague justification that doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you think about it. But my character's also got a 10 intelligence, so I don't think he thinks about it very much. It all works out. He also wears no pants, but that's not alignment based. Ow. Ah, thank you. Alright, so let's try talking to this fellow again. Padre and Munter.
Hey, what?
Och, now, you be of the eye, or you be of the eye for a time, nah? Aye? You not now, no. The eye's been gouged, and he been the one who done it. I cannot speak to him, the gouger, but I'll speak to ye, what was of the eye. I'll talk to you plain. They went in the kitchen, they did, and got the pies. Alright, so being of the eye, I know means a follower of Morag. Aribeth was, she wasn't now. The eye's been gouged, I did that, the gouger is me. So, he'll talk to Aribeth, but not to me. The kitchen is the tunnels. I don't know what the pies. Who went in? Lord Podrim, who went into the kitchen? Dark they was, and orange on 'em. They went in to take the pies, and they'll burn the roast, they will. I saw 'em, the eye wavers. They went in the kitchen, and they'll burn the roast. Couldn't have that. I got Smike, and he and me, we set out to get 'em from burning the pies. Can't have them burning the roast, the eye wavers. Burn it they will. Smike, do you suppose he means the one? So he followed them into the kitchen with Smike. They'll burn down the roast, and Smike and me couldn't have that. Went into the kitchen like Forgy says not to, and didn't have no pies. We went to stop 'em. Forgy doesn't know nothing about me and Smike. We ain't supposed to go in the kitchen, but they'll take the pies, them eye wavers. What happened in the kitchen? Red Hand was swooped in. Swooped me into the wall, and Smike went with him. And Smike shouldn't have been in the kitchen. They'll burn the roast, and Smike'll not eat them pies. Dark and orange and gone in the kitchen for the pies. They opened a way back way, and they'll burn the roast. Back way. Can't tell Forgy. The Red Hand got Spike, and they'll not take the pies. They got a back way, and I got out, and the oven's shut. Can't go in the kitchen no more. Roast'll burn. The eye waver's got a back way, and you gonna eat the pies. Hey, you. You gouge him and get Smike. Smike belong back here and with Forgy. I can go in the back way? You gouge him and bring back Smike. He needs to go with Forgy. You gouge him like you gouged the eye, and she what was the eye'll help you. Get Smike to me and Forgy, and watch the back way. The roast'll burn, and no pies. Get the pies. That I will. All clear, my lady? That was not entirely clear to me. I caught the first part, but I don't know what he means by pies. Clear enough. The tunnel connects to whatever lies beneath the monastery, or I'm a hobbit. His lordship's back way must lie down below. I believe we should speak to the Ilmatari. I concur. Let's be off then. Best to you, Lord Pogram. The dwarf mutters something as clear and coherent as it is audible. Well, that was a little snarky. Potty, or rather Lord Padre Montor, gives you at the same time a look very knowing and utterly uncomprehending. There's something very odd yet comforting in this dwarf's gaze. Huh. So he's got the wisdom of the... slightly addled, I guess. Is that ableist? Probably. Alright, so I should talk to the Ilmatari. No, you're not gonna escape. Why do you want to escape? Because you're a cat and you don't like doing what I want you to do? Probably. Well, that's alright. You're nice and warm here. I'm gonna keep you warm. Alright, so let's talk to Mard Kenther again.
Hello to you.
Okay. Greetings once again. Have you any news for me, or do you seek my aid? We have spoken to Delinus Montar and his brother Padrim. Good. I trust they were able to throw some light on the situation. You tell Brother Mard about the attack on Padrim and the loss of the Montar spike. That is not good news, but neither is it particularly surprising. It would only make sense that the dwarf tunnels somehow connect to our basement. I'm not sure what these black and orange-clad figures are, but have little doubt as to their intentions. The lady and I think that they may be of the same ilk that served Morag, the enemy prior to and during the war. During my time with the enemy, brother, I saw many men dressed as those Delanists have described. So Stephen here killed not a few of them, as he sought to thwart the enemy's plans. I don't know why that was hard to say, but it was. We suspect that there may be a connection with the men the monitors saw. Perhaps the connection, if there is one, will become clearer as you descend below our basements. Have you any other news, or do you require any aid? We'd be on our way. Very well. May the blessings of Ilmater go with you. Alright. So, let's save, because I don't want to go through all those dialogues again. Ah, too long. I wanted to call it Basement Dwellers. Actually, why not? Okay. There we go. So, let's go see what we can do.
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
This door will permit you to pass through from the side, but will block your return until the Ilmitari altar below is cleansed. Would you like to enter? I would. Hey, don't be a silly thing. Come on. Don't escape. I mean, you could. I can't stop you. You're 4 pounds, but, you know. Alright. Well, I hear suspenseful music. Alright, so the Munter Spike is our new quest. Yep. Alright. So I got a fair amount of quests here. I quite like that. Alright, let's see. Aribeth this time around is uninjured. That's good. Okay, so there's an up and a down. And definitely distant background noises. Okay. Well, this... Oh, goodness. This looks like there's quite a few things to kill and loot. Alright, and there's undead, so let's try this. Ah, crap. Okay. So far, we seem to be doing pretty well. I did forget to rest, didn't I? Oh well. There we go.
For the glory of Tyr!
Well, we seem to be pretty sturdy right now. Ah, bored now. Come on. Are these idiots coming back to life, or are there just a lot of them? Oh, well. She's durable, I'm not. From the look of it. Alright.
Kill you! You'll see.
Yeah, still, I think we're doing pretty good. All things considered. Okay. Well, let's loot the shit out of this place. Okay. Oh, there's a Yuan-Ti Revenant over there. Let's go kick his ass. Okay. And you're a mage, so I know one way to deal with mages. Knock them down with my mighty thighs. Fortunately, can't get a good angle at her. There we go. There we go. She seemed nice. Oh, what did you do? What did you do, Squid? Or Emmy? You said Squid. I read my own name. Emmy, what did you do? Tell me. Where did you do it? When did you do it? How did you do it? What did you do? Stop saying things like that. Oh. Oh, yes, you can. He told me about that too. So who did you raid? Who did you raid? Did you raid Plunge? Did you raid someone else? Oh, that's mean. I love it. I love it. I almost want to raid Obsessive myself, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Poor Obsessive. Poor Obsessive. You're just going to torture that poor man, aren't you? I mean, it's not that I disapprove. I'm just amused. That is awesome. That is awesome. I admit to being tempted. Maybe later if he's still on. Or the next time he's on, but I'm not. I'll do that, because that does sound like fun. Yes, you do need to make all the clips, so that I can see all the clips. Show me all the clips. Alright. Okay. I think I've looted the shit out of this place now. Undead trolls seem like a really bad idea in general. Do I want to see what's down there, though? I might. Well, before I head into a different screen, anyway. Well, now I'm blocking her off, and she's the better fighter, but that's alright. She'll catch up. Alright. There we go. Poor Skullcat. Alright. Oh, what is with you people? Okay. Nope, none of you. Alright, well. Probably running in to just bitch slap a bunch of sorceresses was probably not the wisest idea, but you know what? If I engaged in only wise ideas, I wouldn't play this game. I definitely wouldn't be on Twitch. Alright. Come on, let's kick your ass. God, whirlwind attack is nice. I feel like I don't have the expertise for that, though. I don't know how much stats you need for expertise, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Come on, don't be a dick. Let's kill her. I'm gonna help her kill him. Right. Well, probably her. Ah, for fuck's sake. Sit down, you little fuckers. Aw, thank you for subscribing, Plunge. Ah. Oh yeah, the emoji you made got approved. Plunge made me an emote, so I have my first emote. Isn't it cute? It's the cutest thing. I love it. It actually got approved really quick, so that was kind of nice. I must have got lucky. Alright. Nothing to loot in this direction, I think. That looks pretty standard. Spin, spin. Well, maybe it's because I only had the one uploaded that it was quicker. Otherwise, I don't know why. It would be quicker, but... Gotcha, gotcha. Well, you do have some pretty great emotes, Emmy. I can't lie there. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe they're just trying to make sure they're not like a hidden coded dirty message or something. Indeed. The shame bell is applicable to all, especially me. Oh hey, cool. I leveled up. Ah, Vincent. Every time I think of Vincent now, I think of Dirge of Cerberus, which was a terrible game. I didn't play it myself. My roommate played it, which was nice, because then I got all the entertainment factor and didn't have to play the fucking thing. That said, Reeve was spectacular in that game. That time when you think he killed him, and then his head came off, and the Moogle came out, that was fucking fantastic. He's like, Reeve, you are insane and my favorite. Maybe someday you'll get to appear prominently in a game that doesn't suck. Someday. Alright. Yeah. Those are great emotes, Amy. Great emotes.
An end to this evil.
Alright, let's see if I can knock down the fucking sorceress there. Except I can't see her, that's the problem. So. That doesn't land like it should. On the other hand, I quite like being level 17 on general principle. You're gonna die yet? Thank you. Finally. I can see why some of the reviews said that the fights were a little on the hard side. I mean, this is okay for me, but that's probably because I'm a paladin. I think this would be a hard fight for, like, a rogue. Alright. Healing kits, nice. Can never have too many healing kits. Aribeth's a fucking monster, though, man. Gotta love it. Okay, actually, can I... Oh, hell. Oh, that was fun. I was gonna step back and see if I could rest a little bit and get some of my weapons buffed back. But clearly not. Nope, too many enemies nearby. Alright, well, let's go kill some enemies and then we'll see what we can do. I'm wondering, though, if I shouldn't make my way over there first, because if that's a dead end, I'm going to be annoyed. Oh, hi.
I'll kill you.
Enjoy your lurk, Emmy. Thank you for showing me your emotes. They are very cool. Have more... Oh, and go annoy Obsessive some more for me, okay? Tell him I sent you. Oh, dear, we're all kind of screwed, aren't we? Hey! Oh, and Plunge finished the pacifist run of Undertale, so that was pretty cool. Did you get very far with the genocide run? Oh, and I did not see that Plunge showed me that he made another one. That is very cool.
For the glory of Tyr.
You have unexpected talents, Plunge. I have no talents. It's okay, though. Alright. Alright. I have murdered a lot of things. And neither of us can deal with a fucking chest, can we?
There, that should
Oh.
help.
Every Aribeth game gives her random
That should help.
trap skills. And it makes no sense given her job. But you know what? I'm gonna take it because I sure as hell can't open a fucking trap. Alright. Barrel. Are you farting? My cat is farting. She's very cute, but also passing
I
gas.
can do that.
How can you do that? You're a fucking paladin! Alright, fine.
There, that should help.
Well, you're not wrong, but still. It's a little...
Someone give me a hand. This
It's a
is
little
too much to
sketchy,
carry.
Aribeth. A little sketchy. Alright, we'll put it next to the other one. There we go. Just a little sketchy. Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, well actually, can I rest in here? I can. Which means I should probably save. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're very small. If you get bigger, I won't be able to manhandle you, so you should eat more. Alright. I'm trying to convince my cat she should eat more. She doesn't... Oh, I got... That's where the autosave kicked in. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Well, that's good. I like me an autosave. Alright. Well, looks like we got a few more things to kill.
I'll kill you.
Actually, come to think of it... Not you. Come to think about it, I should, shouldn't I? Ah, fuck me. Damn it. Come on. Hopefully I didn't lose the spell. I did not. Stop disrupting my spell, you fucker.
Battle is on.
Just because I'm too stupid to remember to put the spell up beforehand. There's always someone. Always someone. Come on, you little bastards. Down on the ground. There's really no reason for me not to have the holy sword up, though. Except for the fact that I am moderately an idiot. Finally! There we go. Let's kill them faster. I mean, really though, doesn't an undead troll just seem like a bad idea? Because you already have the vulnerability to fire, which is gonna stick around. Yeah, I know. It's alright. But it's like, you're looking at it going, it's already vulnerable to fire, you're just adding another vulnerability to it. I feel like trolls are it's much wiser to just keep trolls as is and not like, make them fancy and undead. Well, actually, I did put more into heal, so let's see how heal works with the healing kits that I shoved somewhere. Healing kit +1. Not terrible. Not great. Not terrible. We'll go with it. I suppose I can't blame someone for going for the low-hanging fruit. Even if I think you could do better. Alright. Someone's making weird groaning noises in the background. Honestly, I'd bitch about Aribeth running ahead, but she's stronger than I am. Yep, I do. I do. For now. Until you annoy me. I'm very fickle. My god, Aribeth is sturdy, isn't she? Either she was always sturdy, or I gave her way overpowered equipment. Might be a little bit of both. That's okay. When I read books and stuff, I always prefer it when the guy suffers physically more than the girl anyway. I'm a misandrist. Maybe my character can get injured and she can carry me off the battlefield. That would be quite fun. I think Steven would like that. Insert pegging joke here. Insert a lot of things there, really. Really, though? I mean, Aribeth's badass. Maybe I didn't need to buy that fucking wand, did I? Alright.
For Neverwinter! An end to this evil.
Wow, this lady's annoying. Come on. Maybe I should invest in some sort of sea invisibility thing. True seeing, maybe. There we go. I hit her with a stick. It worked. Alright. Squirrel. To be sold. Bookshelf. With a book. I can claim it and sell it back to the monastery. Why not? Will I ever have a chance to sell that? Probably not. Am I taking it anyway? Yes, I am. I have a problem. Hey. Alright. You are a kitten? Yes.
There, that should help.
Appreciate it. I'd invest in lockpicking myself, but I have a 3 skill points per level, so that's not happening. When you have 3 skill points per level, you can't really spare them. I did not make him a smart man. That's alright though. He's sentimental. And he's pretty. Alright. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go all the way back up there after all, aren't I? Oh well. I kind of knew that I would have to do that. It's probably just a room. Can any of this work now that I'm at a level higher? Oh hey, it did! I actually turned a couple of little fuckers. Can't wait till I'm a high enough level to fucking explode them like the skeletons, because that's always fun.
I'll kill you. You'll see.
Oh, well, they're actually making a dent in Aribeth now. I mean, it's taking a while, but still. Look at that. She's lost a whole 10 hit points. I'm hiding behind my girlfriend. And I feel no shame about it. Because she's infinitely more badass than me. I'm feeling better about her getting away with, shit. Well, I don't know. I don't completely agree with the, interpretation of the module owner and Aribeth's actions, but I can buy it for the sake of the module. Okay, there we are. So, let's loot the shit out of this place now. Alchemist apparatus. Emerald. Melee weapon rack.
I can do that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Nope, I'll need her to do that one too. I do miss my can opener a little bit. On the other hand, Aribeth doesn't die. So, I think I'm gonna have to go with her.
There, that should help.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, that's how she helped. Okay, you know what, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Oh, someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
The fuck? Alright, what does this thing say? Give me that. Closing that. Obviously, I need to shove this in here. That. God knows. That. This arm was found in a pile of spare golem parts. The skin on the arm feels oddly reptilian. Well, it would explain the name. I guess that would explain how I know it's a lizard robot or lizard golem arm and not something else, but still. Kind of weirded out by that. Well, let's see what we got over here. I definitely, before I go downstairs anywhere, I want to go see that door.
I can do that.
I appreciate that. Go ahead. Alright, that looks like stairs down to me. So I think I'm going to come back to that. Oh. Well.
The battle is
Hello.
on.
Can I knock you down? Oh, we found the well. That's nice. Good to know. Okay. Oh, a longsword unidentified. I quite like that. This appears to be a spring of some sort. Something appears to be blocking it. I can attempt to remove the blockage, or I can reach in using the golem hand I picked up in the other room. I think I'm gonna go with the latter. The hand grasped the blockage tightly. Straining, and with the lady's help, you remove the hand, which by now is disintegrating. Ah! You cast it away into the corner where it and whatever it was holding is aught but a greasy spot on the floor. Hooray! That seems to have done it. Well, that's looking quite nice now. Alright. The water is filling the pool rapidly. Now we should collect some and see if we can cleanse the chapel altar. I believe that we have what we need. I dipped the empty container into the water. I did have an empty bottle. Oh, that's what it is from the look of it? Nice. I do have a cold iron blade already, but I can always sell the extra. Oh, and maybe it's better. Sometimes with the modules, it's a little better than the base standard. So I'll look at it later. Alright. So now I want to go here and then over here. I'm guessing the altar is going to be in there. That looks like an altar room. But that said, I want to see what's in the other place. It is funny to sit down pantsless. That is a very convenient flap of armor. I'm just saying. Alright, let's see. My current longsword is a Blessings of the Day Star that has an extra +1 enchantment according to some dude I met at the trial. So, I like that too. But I'm never opposed to carrying extra longswords. Yeah, got lucky. I actually killed Clow 3 times because the first time I fucked up and it crashed, but I got in the sword. The second time I played it, it just gave me a longsword +3, and so I had to kill Claw the third time to get the proper sword. He does kind of look like Zap Brannigan. This is true. Well, remember, Lilo is perfectly willing to sleep with Zap Brannigan until she encountered his personality, but just the look of him was fine. Steven's got the looks and slightly more intelligent. And I forgot to put my fucking thing up again. One day I'll remember. Let's totally store this fucker. Well, he's wearing metal, not velour, but, you know. Oh, I guess I was wrong, and that is where the altar is. Well, I needed to come here anyway, so it worked out. Oh, there's someone there who seems kind of pissed off. Let's go kill him. Alright. So, undead troll shaman and a couple of bone servants. Let's go kill the troll shaman if I can. Alright. So you, I am thankfully immune to fear, are a mage, and I know one way to deal with mages, though I don't have true seeing, so this is going to be annoying. Alright, well, we're going to still make this work. I like that Aribeth is tough enough that I actually don't have to keep an eye on her. I mean, look at her. She's barely dented. Alright. Like with Tommy, I'd have to be killing all of his attackers before I even get close to this fucker. Alright, there we go.
I'll kill you. You'll see.
But I can just leave Aribeth to go kill things, and she's doing fine. I do suspect Steven and Zap Brannigan have similar taste in women. Ah! I'm being raided! Hello, raiders! Yeah, Neverwinter Nights. Ah, I'm being raided by 2 people. Goodness sake.
For the glory of Tyr.
You're gonna be kind of disappointed. I'm not very entertaining, but hi. Hello, people. This is indeed Neverwinter Nights. Technically, it is the fan module Aribeth's Redemption, which is a sequel to the original campaign for Neverwinter Nights, so hence Aribeth. You have brought the thunder, Obsessive. I am very impressed. Aw, thank you for subscribing. You get nothing for it. Oh, and Magashi-san, are you doing that raiding back and forth online thing again? Well, you are very welcome to keep raiding each other. That's okay. I understand completely. I understand completely. Oh, neat. I got a troll shaman's head. And that looks like a dragon slayer shield.
Someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Stop bitching. You're wearing no pants in the middle of the fucking north. You have no reason to bitch about anything. You got 1 dope emote, but thank you. Aw, thank you, Plunge. You're very sweet. And Emmy is also rating. Thank you, Emmy. Alright. Yep. So, yep. This is a fan-created module. At this point in time, Aribeth has been banished from the city, and I am helping her quest for redemption. We are in the basement of an Ilmatari monastery. Alright, this altar has been defiled. A greasy fire burns continually upon it, giving off a disgusting smell. I can look questioningly at my girlfriend. I can put a troll cleric's head on the fire. I can try to put the fire out. I can go away and do nothing for now, or I can pour holy water on the fire. I remember that manual. Hello, Arco. How are you? Yeah. I played a lot when I was younger, too. I was in college, though, but... Yeah. I did like that manual. I think with GOG you can download the manual, but it's not quite the same. Alright, let's pour the holy water on the fire. We have theoretically... a voice speaks from within. Is something trying to kill me? I think so. Anyway. My thanks, my son. I would reward you for your action. If you'll place the weapon in your hand upon this altar, I will enhance it. What enhancements are you offering, good lord? I'll either make your weapon keen, give it an additional +1, make it regenerating, or permanently haste you. That is nice. I could make it keen. Alright. I got the +1 last time. Yeah, I got boots of permahaste though. And I'm a little worried about my companion. Of course, if I did get permahaste and I gave her the boots of haste, she'd be keeping up with me okay. So maybe you got a point there. So maybe I will go with the permahaste. Let's see, what is it at right now? I have enhancement bonus +4, plus the +5 for undead, fire, and I can put on a Holy Avenger thing and get some more boosting. So yeah, I think you're right. I think the haste would be good. Alright. Well, I don't know, because I didn't put my thing on... Oh, I presume I'm putting it on the altar, figuratively speaking. I grant this item power to give its owner swiftness and defense. Of right and eager execution of justice against our foes, for duty's sake. Your item is now enhanced, my son. Please use it wisely. My thanks, Lord. Alright. So, where are my boots of haste that I can now give them to my companion? There we go. Hi, you want to walk really fast, Aribeth? Here you go. We'll take those back. Woo. Alright, you're right. This is pretty good. Okay. Now, we can look at the statue. Steal the armor. Look at the other statue. Steal the staff.
Oh, someone give me a hand.
Stop
this is too
whining.
much to carry.
Ah, this fellow.
Oh, someone give me
Alright,
a hand.
fine. I'll
This
open
is
one of
too
the
much
15
to
other
carry.
bags of holding. Alright. Alright. So, what else can I do in here? I could go up and report to the boss about having cleansed this, and I will momentarily, but I also want to see what's over here. So. Things are making weird noises in the monastery again. Alright. There are theoretically vampires down here, we were told. I have not had it. My goodness, look at us running through this place. We're like the wind, man, like the wind. Alright. You gave good advice. Permahaste was a good choice. Alright. Alright. Hey, there's someone I can talk to here that is not hostile. Yet. I have a feeling I'm going to kick his ass, but we'll see. We might not kick his ass yet. Maybe it's a nice person. Slismag. The cruel, commanding look in this Yuan-Ti's eye unmistakably marks her as the leader of this wicked undead of this level. Thank you, Aribeth. Okay, she's probably not friendly. Oh. I will follow back my follower. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Nice. Alright. Alright, let's see. I think this is going to turn bloody pretty soon, but you know what? Oh, crap, I forgot. One sec. Oh, it ran out. Too bad. Hold slave creature and parley. What seekest thou here?
That should help.
Aribeth's busy. And wherefore makest thou war against the rightful rulers of this place? I make no war, serpent mistress, against you or any other. I was bidden by the lawful possessors to investigate intrusions into these environs, and have been attacked at every turn. How come you to trespass here? Yes, I know. Oh, I think you're going to have fun with Neverwinter Nights 2, Plunge. I do. There's some really cool stuff that it does. And if you get far enough, the expansion Mask of the Betrayer is spectacular. It is a really good game. But the campaign's pretty fun too. Guard thy tongue, slave creature, and prithee speak not so insolently. The halls, tunnels, passages, and places of devotion hereabouts were the possession of my lord and his kind long ere your pathetic race began its unjust ascendancy. As his worshippers, we merely reclaim what is ours through being first his. And who is your master? That need not concern thee, slave creature. I speak not to thee as an equal, but as one who would gain knowledge for my lord, ere I smite the impudent troublemaker. I've heard good things about the enhanced editions for Baldur's Gate. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition doesn't have too many differences overtly. It doesn't add like quests or anything like that, and I think like the way I think Baldur's Gate does. It's basically what you see is what you get. But that said, I bought it because I wanted to play Neverwinter Nights. Beneath the hood, I'm told that there is quite a bit of improvements and refinements, though. But I'm not a programmer, so I don't understand jack shit of what they've done. But they release patches every so often, and they seem to work pretty good. Baldur's Gate and Siege of Dragonspear. 2 is the really popular one. Oh, now you get to play them all, though. That's very cool. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to poke my cat's head, because she's here, and I love her. Okay, here we go. Why do you just address me as slave? My kind has never served yours. My kind is descended through many fathers from an ancient serpent, a cousin of the Master Creator race, with whom we are still kin, and whom we serve as relations, not slaves. Not as thy insignificant fathers. We justly hold thee and thy folk in contempt, as our old lord does, and would address thee as his kind would. What brings Neverwinter to this place at all? We've made bargains with my lord, and have set the task, along with our troll allies, of completing the reconquest of our lord's rightful place of worship. That task draws nigh its too easy completion, and we would please our lord. Like all who I've encountered in this place, you carry the foul taint of undeath. A gift from my lord, an imitation of his glory. Oh, that's a cool idea. Put them all in one game. That is very cool. Man, that would be lots of fun. Alright. Alright, enough. You desire knowledge of me, yet ask no questions. Knowest thou the answer to that, slave creature? You've answered my questions, yet asked none of your own. You're stalling. I would expect an ambush, yet no move has been made. Quite the contrary, slave creature. We know that thou and thy accomplice are alone. We know what damage you have done, and know wherefore you have entered this place. What is more, we will have your lifeless bodies in a trice, with which to pass the tedious fortifications erected by the interlopers above. Our questions have been satisfactorily answered. Die. That is the way to replay them all. That is absolutely cool. So be it. Fan mods are like the best. They really are. Because you can do such interesting things with them, and you end up playing... Sometimes you end up playing games that like would never be commercially viable, but are really cool. Alright. Very niche market. Alright, so let's knock her fucking down. I can see her. Right now I can see her anyway, so let's see if I can knock her down before she makes trouble. Alright. Come on. Damn it. I am sucking. Look at those rolls. 10 and 2. Fucker, just knock her the fuck down. She's a mage. Knock her down. Come on. Yeah, fuck it. She's resisting, but I'm gonna still whack her with a sword. Oh, so you've been playing Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. Oh, that's cool. That does sound cool. Fallout New Vegas was like a spin-off of Fallout 3, is that correct? Or am I mixed up? So that reminds me of folks who use Exalt to play Ultima 7 and Serpent's Isle. Very cool. I don't know if it's comparable, but there are the Skyrim folks who I think are remaking Oblivion in that game. And that seems like it would be fun too. Ah, awesome, awesome. Hmm. I've been meaning to play the Fallout games, but I never really got around to it. Oh. I guess those liches disappeared when she did. Oh well.
Oh, someone give me a hand. Someone
Oh,
give
no,
me
they're
a
there.
hand. Oh, someone give me a
Fucking
hand.
hell.
This is too much to carry.
Stop whining, you little fucker. I'm gonna put the armor in a box. Relax. Okay, there we go. Oh. I guess the liches are still around. Alright, let's see if I can find them. Where's the little fuckers? There we go.
An end to this evil.
Aribeth, I appreciate, with everything else, I appreciate how badass Aribeth actually is, because I really don't need to monitor her to do this. She's doing more damage than I am, and taking less damage. I really am the sidekick of this team up, and I appreciate that. I mean, it should be. She was my commanding officer, and I'm a baby, I was a baby, student when this game started, so of course she should be stronger than me.
All fun and games.
Besides, I think Steven's got a bit of Amazon chaser in him. Such a shame about Fenric. That would have been a really fun threesome. Alright. Gonna kill one of these liches. Come on, you little fucker. Ah, nice. It's probably not the ideal way of getting experience when you kill the summoner first, but you know what? It's just so satisfying to kill one and then watch his summons disappear. Just so much fun. No, I didn't want to knock that one down, you fucker. See, I don't even get points for that. Fuck. There we go. Come on. There we go. There's a few.
For the glory of Tyr.
My god, there's a shit ton of you, aren't there? Imagine going through all the trouble to be a lich, getting all that power and undeath and vague immortality at least, and you're spending all of your time serving some other person instead of like doing your own projects. That just seems like a waste, you know? Why would you do that? It's like hanging out in someone else's tomb, like a college dormitory. Have some pride. Oh, Aribeth's finally starting to take actual damage. I should probably like not let her die. Okay. Let's loot the shit out of this stuff. And I'm guessing those are stairs down. And if they are stairs down, I want to go talk to Cleric McIlmater upstairs. Booze. Yeah, if I were a lich, I'd probably carry a lot of booze too. There we are, there we are. Ooh, another longsword. I do like me some longswords. Though I just put an enchantment on this one, so I hope it's not significantly better than what I've got, or I've wasted an enchantment. Good plan, Obsessive. Oh, am I carrying too much? No, I'm good. Alright, let me drop this in a bag before Steven starts whining again. There we go. Fucking whiner. Ooh, that sounds cool. I hadn't heard that. Makes me imagine someone trying to make Arena in the Skyrim engine, and I don't think that would work because of the way Arena works, but yeah, who knows, maybe.
Excuse me.
Oh,
But before we go any further,
what do you make of this rubble? It has not lain here long, and it is strewn in this direction. Think you this is where our friends made their entry into the monastery cellar? Indubitably. Note that the stone on the floor, while quite old, is not nearly so ancient as that on the passageway beyond, which better matches the stone walls of this room. A wall was erected here some time ago to seal off this area from the passage yonder. That does sound cool, obsessive. Yes, and why, pray tell, are you looking at me like that? You have a look in your eye, my lady, that I have not seen before, yet it appears no naturally on your I think that's supposed to be so naturally on your countenance, that I cannot help but thinking that it's been there before. Often, yet never in my presence. Yeah, probably. Though I've heard that Skyblivion has made some progress recently. But I don't know exactly how much. It has been many a year, my friend, since I have contemplated a mysterious evil which ought to concern me beyond the preservation of my and my companion's skin, and of course puzzling out the matter itself. When you've met me, I had a whole city to think of, suffering from the wailing. However chagrined I may be at my failures, I cannot but enjoy having been relieved of the cares and concerns of an entire people. I may care a great deal about them, my lord, but their welfare is no longer my primary task. I cannot help enjoying this freedom thus afforded, and though I wish it had been bought less dearly. But come now, I see on your face a look that I've seen before, though it seems ages ago. You bore that expression when you reported each element of the cure for the wailing. I took scant notice of it then, I must say, but I find a certain charm in it now. That would be very cool. I've always wanted to play Oblivion, but I was scared off by some of the ways that the leveling system works and so on. But possibly it's just I don't understand it. Yeah, poor baby. What are you doing? Stop that. Alright. You find charm in facing death? Our perils might not be entirely of our own choosing, but yet they have a certain personal quality, an intimacy that the burden of an entire city's cares cannot have. I'm glad to have you, and only you, to share them with. I'm glad of you, my lady. Shall we face them, then? After you. And I do hope that look on your face won't go away soon. If it please you, my lady, I shall wear it all my life. Let us be on our way. Oh, that's kind of cool idea. I do rather like that. I admit I've never really... The mods I pick for Skyrim aren't really... don't really mess with the leveling system simply because it's hard enough. Oh. I'm sorry that Fallout 76 broke your soul. It seemed like a good idea, just maybe not the best execution. Alright. My girlfriend just teleported for no reason. Okay. I should probably go upstairs and report in. Theoretically, I have a stone of recall. I do. Here we go. Ah, Starfield. That sounds cool. Woo! Made it up. Alright. So let's talk to Sir Moans-a-lot.
Hello to you.
Greetings once again in the name of Ilmater. Have you any news for me, or do you seek my aid? The lady and I have cleansed the altar below. Most excellent. I can sense that you indeed have. I can now reopen the forge upstairs. There's a connection between the altar and the holy forge that we installed some time ago, and which is manned by Brother Galed. He can make improvements to your weapons if you make a suitable sacrifice to Ilmater. Oh, I wonder if this is... Because the enhancements we were offered so far are very similar to the special smithing things from Hordes of the Underdark. So I'm wondering if we'll have access to one of those smiths, in which case I'm going to have to boost my weapon considerably. The altar below already offered me an improvement to my weapon. That is not surprising. We suspect that the heathen god worshipped here in these elder times were somehow bound up in the making of implements. We have tapped the lingering energies to power our own forge, which would keep well away from our places of prayer and contemplation. Have you aught else to tell me? I described the undead trolls. Oh, good night, Magashi-sama. Have a good night. I described the undead trolls and the Yuan-Ti. Some power is at work here that is not entirely unknown to you, methinks. Did I not recall correctly, lady, that a Yuan-Ti was brought here as part of the cure for the plague? Yes, and after she escaped following the attack on the academy, she was created undead in a tomb near the beggar's nest. So Stephen here informed me that this Yuan Ti had overpowered a priest of Cyric, and also that her followers wore robes not unlike those of the cult of Morag. That the Yuan Ti are reptilian, as were the old ones, may be of significance. The connection is not entirely clear. After all, Morag is dead, and the old ones thwarted. Could this be some independent power? My lord and lady, perhaps your time might be put to better use in some activity other than speculation. Have you more information for me, or is there any aid I can give? Wow, you're kind of a dick, dude. Look at this ungrateful son of a bitch. Let's sell him shit. Alright. Ooh, a kiss of Soon. A boon to the devout, this mace and others like it exude the grace and power of the Lady of Love Soon. A service of great importance is usually required to warrant such a gift, as the creation of powerful items is costly to any faith. Alright, let's sell this fucker. Alright. Let's see what we've got. Giant's Bane. Keeping those... What's this thing? Wand of Stinking Cloud. Oh, I do love that spell. Sadly can't use the wand, but still, that is a good spell. That is a wonderful spell. Alright, nothing else you can sell on this page. Got a couple of steaks. Well, hopefully I can sell leftover steaks later. Spell Mantle I don't need. Acid Fog I do not need. Keep that though. I'm gonna keep those. Okay, I hope that went where it's supposed to. Where did it go? Uh-oh. I think I lost my, boots. No, where did they go? Shit. I did lose my boots. Oh, they're there. They just disappeared on me. Okay, they can go in there. Yeah, let's put the backup gear over here. I'm gonna keep those. Alright. Opening. Nope. Bank of holding. Nope. Selling that though. I'm carrying a lot of booze. I'm not selling the booze. Alright, got the white dragon armor. What's this? Full plate 3 is not terrible, but we're gonna sell it. It is shiny. Yep. Let's put those together. I'll forget where they are and won't be able to use them anyway. Alright. Oh! That's quite nice. I mean, I think the sword I've got is better, but... Anger Vadal. The Flame Tongue. Blades of this type hail from the workshop of Rhaegic Hammerhold, a Rashmar smith who refused to reveal the secrets of his craft to any but his chosen apprentice. It is unknown how many Angervadal blades may exist, but it is certain there are no more being produced. Rhaegic discovered his student dealing with the Red Wizards of Thay, and is believed to have died in the ensuing battle. Oh, that's a sad story. Good luck, Arcomesto. Have a good day. But thank you for the look. What are you doing, you little... Okay. My cat's escaping from me again. She is neglecting me as I have been neglecting her. Ow. We belong to a school of mutual neglect. So I wonder what I can do with the troll's head. I think I'll keep it for a while. It's kind of disgusting, but you never know when a troll head might come in handy. Another splint mail plus 3. Let's sell that. Of course he won't buy a trap because he's not useful at all. Let's not look at the bag of holding. Let's open the bag of holding. Oh, another cold iron blade. Oh! Is that better than the one I had or the same as the one I have? +1 in saving throws. Did the cold iron blade I have before do anything with saving throws? I'm going to have to look. Komakawa? Oh, neat. In the right hands, the hide of a displacer beast can be tanned to a suit of potent magic armor. These particular suits were created by the famed artificer Kamikawa, whose experience at working these skins is greater than most. In addition to their protective quality, the suits endow the wearer with the exceptional reflexes of a wary predator. We're gonna sell the shit, but still, it's quite nice. Magic staff. Staff of command. Yeah, I get those a lot. I don't know why. Maybe someone wants Stephen to be a little more dominant. Okay, there's a Shield of Dragon Slayer. I think this is another Shield of Dragon Slayer. Oh, no. Oh, that armor bonus +6 and use Dragon Breath Fire. Wow. Okay. Darson, the master smith, constructed this mighty shield out of the bones and scales of an ancient worm. While Darson, never afraid of bragging, claims he slew the beast himself, few believe it. Most likely he came upon the corpse of a great beast and salvaged what he could. Whatever the truth may be, the protections on the shield are formidable enough to please the bravest of knights. That is a fucking good shield.
Someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Quit your bitchin', dude. We need to sell this other shield. It was a nice shield. It served me well. But it doesn't really compare, does it? So. Alright. I can use Dragonfire. I'm gonna forget I can use Dragonfire, but I can use Dragonfire. Let's put the little fucker down here, and hopefully I can remember I can use it. Actually, I don't think that's what I wanted, how I wanted to do that. Assign use Dragon Breath. Okay. Alright. Let's see. What else do I have in here? Let's put the book away. Okay. More shit, more shit. Oh right, I sold this before. And then I promptly didn't save my game. Something about that sound effect always reminds me of Walk Like an Egyptian. Storm armor. That's actually kind of nice. Selling it, but it's still kind of nice. It's got the same stats. Might as well sell one of them. Alright. So, shall I go upstairs and see what they have available at that smith? I feel like I probably will. Okay. The Mard Kenther of the Ilmatari Monastery outside the walls of Neverwinter has requested that a recently reawakened evil under the monastery be investigated. Alright, broken down wall and a door lies beyond. Well, we can definitely investigate that momentarily. I find this guy kind of sketchy, to be honest with you. His whole, you can speculate about that later.
Yes? What is it?
Let's stop and talk for a moment. Talk? What about? I'm wondering if you recall what happened after I left you to enter the Soul Stone. I was praying in my cell for your success against Morag and your safe return, when suddenly I sensed a terrible scream of anguish and felt a sudden blast of energy from below my prison cell. A cleansing power seemed to wrench something from my soul. The scream was Morag's death? Assuredly. It marked the success of your sojourn into the Soul Stone and the defeat of a horrible evil. Only you didn't have time to enjoy it. The entire series of events lasted for little more than a blink of an eye, yet seemed to me near an eternity. I felt myself restored in that instant. Restored? You seem to have come back to yourself by the time I left you to enter the stone. The foundations of the malady that afflicted me were laid a long time before the coming of the Wailing Death, but I had little time to rejoice in my liberation. The blast knocked you off your feet? I was thrown across my cell and pulled back to the place where you found me asleep. I was cast on my back. It felt as if a claw or talon was tearing through my breast, wrenching its way in. You tried to scream. My mouth was open, but no sound came. I felt myself in the thrall of an overwhelming force that I could not resist, but it was over in less than a moment. A cleansing power, you called it, wrenched from you some part of your soul? It was as though some force tore inside of me, grasped a dark part of my own soul, and peeled it away. It seems not as if I lost a part of myself in that moment, more like an oily covering or scab were removed to reveal a cleaner, more fully whole reality that had been covered up. I think this is how he tried to accommodate the Hordes of the Underdark thing, the dark part taken away, representing what you find there. But I don't know that for certain. Stain on your soul. I once told you about my bloody, vengeful orc hunt in the mountains, and how I sought aught but hate and revenge. I think some sort of corruption entered me in that time. Perhaps it was even sent by the enemy. Who knows? Oh, my conversion to Tyr was real enough. I was a legitimate paladin, serving Lord Nasher and Neverwinter, and loving Fenthic. But the stain remained. Aye, Morag seemed to know it. Yep, there you go. To call it betimes by name. Vardia or Valardia, the twin something. Yep, that's how they incorporated. I don't know if you're still around, Fixer, but I think you asked me about that, or did somebody else? Anyway, that's how they incorporate those events. No, who was it? I'm gonna scroll up. Maybe it was Mega Cursed Ginger who asked? Oh, anyway, someone asked me, and that's the answer. Yes. When she used the name, some part of me could not resist, and the rest found itself going along. And you're free of it now, I assume. A witness reported sensing a spirit muttering to itself in a woman's voice. That must have been this Vardia entity. It must have been pulled into the stone during the death throes of Morag. I shan't miss it, any more than I should miss the influence of its evil mistress. For that, as with so much else, I've you to thank. You're well enough now, I hope. Very much so, my lord. For of your companionship. Shall we be on our way? All right. There was other dialogue. I didn't think to talk to her before, so I'm going to talk to her again. Are you able to talk of Fenthic, or is the wound too fresh? No, I can speak of him. Indeed, I suspect for my own well-being that I must. What would you like to know? Oh, okay, we're gonna have our personal talks instead of adventuring. That's okay. How did you two first come together? I told you, my lord, about the death of my family and my vengeful orc hunt in the mountains, about how I was brought to the Ilmatari by one I associated with Tyr, about how I came to Neverwinter as Tyr's disciple, and there met the young cleric Fenthic. You did, but how did you and he... You'll find it no surprise to learn that I was not the cheeriest of postulants. I was sober to the point of being morose, serious to the point of being grim, could scarcely abide levity. No, I was not self-righteous, as the term is so often and appropriately used for the earnest believer, but neither was I particularly joyful. And Fenthic? Being elven and young, earnest disciples of Tyr, having spent much time with humans, yet never having been part of their world, he and I would seem to have much in common, and we did. Yet even more undeniable were our differences. I was somber, he was gay. I was close-mouthed, he was garrulous. Mine reservation, his emotional generosity. If I held over much aloof, he was intimate, gentle, and as kind as summer. I like that. I like it a lot, because one thing that I don't really like is when you introduce a new love interest and you gotta suddenly shit on the old love interest. I don't like that. I think it's perfectly... Fenthic is not my rival here. Threesome jokes aside, he's dead. He's not a threat to me. So I think it's perfectly fair and good that the story admits that Aribeth loved him. It is a saying not unknown about Tyr's servants that justice without charity is cruelty. By that measure, I had during my hunt become cruel. I killed no innocent, nor did I spare the guilty supplicant. As I found amongst the Ilmatari, I had not lost the capacity for mercy, but I had come dangerously close to losing the capacity for joy. Serious defect, and Fenthic helped? There was in him no evil, nor, I am sure, even the capacity for it. He listened carefully and long to my tales. Oh, so self-absorbed they were. Yet he made no judgments. He had no need to. In time, he had taught me to laugh again. If I could not be as gay as he was, at least I could find joy in his companionship. I could begin to take a certain delight in others as well, like Lord Nasher, for instance. I became a favorite in relatively short order. He was the father I had lacked, and I was the daughter he had lost. He and Fenthic had been close for some time, and it was soon the three of us and a very few others. It must tear at him that he ordered Fenthic's execution. That it does. He spoke of it with difficulty, even under the enemy's spell, and now, well, he is not unaffected. Few of us are who knew Fenthic. Have you more questions with regard to him? What was your relationship like? If you spent any time with your bard friend, doubtless you have heard songs of blazing lovers who hurled themselves into the throes of physical and emotional passion, setting fire to their respective worlds, and tearing asunder all other loves. You no doubt heard tell of smoldering, sparking, flaming loves who cast in one another's arms, hurtled towards climax, apotheosis, or annihilation. I've heard such things sung of. The world delights in such stories, the blazing apocalypse of passion. Yet such was not the case for Fenthic and I. His love for me was more tender, to the outsider almost understated. A complete devotion that expressed itself in quiet, sweet, simple gestures and words. But the depth of our love was all the greater as a result. It is tender love, not energetic, and that is stronger than death, and most like our gods. I am a creature, however, of intense passions, which frighten and unsettle me, and which Neverwinter, alas, is not likely soon to forget. How I betrayed him. There can be few, if any, assaults on poor Fenthic's memory more complete, and which would have filled him with more horror than my assault on the city, the people that he so loved. That was not your doing, but an enemy now departed, an enemy who can trouble you no more. She was never my greatest enemy. That honor I must claim myself. But I gave her leave to press her assault. The failure was mine, but you are right to caution me against taking on responsibility that is not mine. I shall try to be vigilant. With Fenthic, my passions could find proper channels in place of anger. I could seek justice in place of lust. In place of anger, sorry. With Fenthic, my passions could find proper channels. In place of anger, I could seek justice. In place of lust, I could love beauty. In place of envy, I could pursue excellence. We were chaste, Sir Stephen, and that love is truest which is patient. Ah, come on. Let them have banged. Come on. They're young, they're passionate, let them have banged. Oh, well. I guess we can't have him be too much of a rival, though. And yet when you lost him, you had little to fall back on. Perhaps you were too dependent. Perhaps he did you a disservice. Hey, that's not nice. Stop that. How do you mean? Stephen, don't badmouth our boyfriend. Your conviction for dereliction of duty stemmed in no small part from your failure to seek out others' help, particularly others in the church. Do I guess wrongly that in your devotion to Fenthic you neglected the other clergy, forming few or no relationships? You do not guess wrongly, Lord. In retrospect, I was isolated from others. Nasher and I remained professional but distant. Aaron I honestly hardly knew, but then he was seldom available. Olaf I can't say I trusted. Sergal and the others I didn't have time for. And Fenthic did not discourage this isolation? Stop blaming Fenthic. Pray tread carefully, Lord. I would not dishonor Fenthic's memory. Yet you are not wrong. He was in love as I was, and lovers cannot help but being somewhat selfish. Have you not found this to be the case? I think I will say touche. I have known the selfishness of the lover all too well. And would you see that changed? Has already. I have made it so. Well, we'll speak of this anon. Have you other questions about Fenthic? I like that she gets to defend him at least. This is a lie. I wanted to bang him, but I've heard no few superlatives regarding Fenthic, yet I was not particularly taken with him. Did I misjudge so grossly? I am lying there. I would have been on board with the threesome, but we'll see. He smiles wanly. Suppose not. You are aware, of course, that you did not see him in a normal time, nor in his natural element. He was weak, and in a way that I had never suspected that a good man could. How so? I had always known good men to be particularly strong, like my father or Lord Nasher, and in times of peace, Fenthic was particularly so. He had an astonishing understanding of and patience for mortal frailty. He excused nothing, but forgave everything. With his smile, his words, his soothing, albeit at times commanding manner, he could turn the hardest heart towards Tyr and to the other gods. He was pleasant, insightful, and gracious. And his weakness? He had no understanding of true evil. Fenthic would be in his glory now, mending hurts, encouraging the downcast, soothing the suffering of the guilt-stricken. But during the plague, he was completely out of reckoning. The brute, arbitrary, monumental suffering and death it brought, and the stark, unmitigated malice behind it were utterly beyond his ken. Nor had he means of conceiving the twisted cruelty of the traitor Dessler. I spoke to Lord Nasher about it at the time. He put it down to the constancy of elves, the inability of such long-lived people to understand the changeability of men. Yeah, that's why I think blaming Fenthic was bullshit, because Nasher was just as blind about it. True enough, but I think a mite simplistic. Lord Nasher's no fool, but even he was caught unawares by Fenthic's inability to cope with the plague. He relied on him so. And then there was the influence of the enemy. Not to be ignored, as I know only far too well. Still, it remains that poor Fenthic was not a man who was made for evil times. It was that flaw, as much as the machinations of any enemy, that destroyed him. Does your grief... It's a bit soon for this question, dude, but I'll ask it since it's here. Does your grief keep you bound to him still?
I loved Fenthic with all my heart, and his memory will always be dear to me. But that does not mean I can never love another. Perhaps in time we might, if things had been different.
Do you remember my words? They have been most precious to me since you first spoke them. And have not things become different? She brushes her hand. That they have, and you and so many others have made them so. My debts are so much greater than I can repay. Charity is not justice, my lord, and yet the twain are inseparable. That I should be given this second chance, and that it should be with you. I wiped the tear from her cheek. It's a little soon for that, I think, dude. Love may come in its own time. Don't fret yourself. You are most understanding, Lord, not unlike him in some ways. It is not grief, I think, that seems to hold me in bondage, and yet... Have you more questions regarding Fenthic? No, I think my questions have been answered. Alright. Let's save mid-dialogue options, because, again, I like them, but I don't want to redo them 15 times. Alright, let's talk again.
What is it?
Let's stop and talk a moment. Oh, here's more. God, there's a lot I can talk to her about. I clearly have been neglecting her. I've been thinking about the Hieress. I have always heard that the Ilmatari were for simplicity and suffering, yet she seemed quite richly dressed. I mean, so are you, dude. You're wearing fucking red armor scales and you worship Ilmatar. So stop it. How are we progressing here? Quite well. I'm bitching about my character. Stephen's showing a little bit of a hint of hypocrisy here, and I'm not sure I approve. He is young, though. You know not what she had on underneath. That leaf is not contemplated. That is wise, my lord. Is there aught you would know of the Iris? What is her background? She is ancient in years, even for elven kind, and the Avariel are known for particularly long life. She dwells in Fenia Dale, to the southwest, for many centuries. There she served Airdrie Fenia as priestess. Like many servants of the elven triune, she found herself increasingly joining their worship with that of the greater gods, in her case, Ilmater. Aw, you missed all the fun? That's okay. That's alright. There'll be more fun, I'm sure. She moved to the mountains not a few centuries ago to begin to bring peace there. You may wonder that the servants of Ilmater should choose such an inhospitable place, yet redemptive suffering is at its most effective where evil is great, yet sporadic. What better place than the mountains, then? Still, I've never fully understood the tendency of clerics of racial gods, such as Airdrie, to move towards service of additional gods, as in the Hieress's case. It's not necessarily easily explained, my lord. As you know, there's truly... we're getting into the slight glitch of here, but okay. As you know, there's truly but one god whom the others seek to serve and thwart. It's not a mischaracterization, I guess, of the Overfather, so to speak, but I've read quite a few Forgotten Realms books, and 2 bunts with no pants. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Effector, for subscribing. The thing is, the way that this mod periodically characterizes the Overfather, I don't think it fits with anything I've read in the Forgotten Realms novels. It's basically kind of an attempt to... Well, kind of an attempt to use, like... It reminds me of the Celestial Choristers in Mage, which is perfectly valid as a character philosophy, of course. but basically putting monotheistic pinnings or interpretations on polytheistic religions. And the thing is, though, while many religions do have a kind of supreme parent god that everything comes from, oh, that's okay. The polytheistic aspect is still there. I don't see a lot in the books that I've read. And I've read some of the Salvatore ones. Yeah, some of them are pretty good. And I've read some of the other ones. And I haven't really seen anything to indicate that any of these clerics or paladins or regular worshippers see themselves as serving a one god above the others. I don't get that sense. Whereas this kind of recasts it sort of as the Overfather being God and the other gods being like saint figures, and I don't think that's terribly accurate. It's a minor complaint though, and this mod doesn't get into it too much. It's just here we see a little bit of that. As you know, there's truly but one God whom the others seek to serve or thwart. The Overfather doesn't care. I'm thinking about like the Crucible of the trial of Cleric the Mad, where it really kind of gets into the interactions of the god, and that's definitely not how the gods are characterized there. No, and there's not, and he's not claiming that. And there's a lot about the interrelationship with Tyr, Torm, Ilmater, and so on in this mod. I'll give the author credit for that. No, but he's looking at that Ao, however you pronounce it, the Overfather, who does come up in the time of trouble when he kind of sent everyone kind of scrambling about. But he's not like... No one's trying to thwart him, from what I can tell for any of the books that focus on the divinities. He doesn't care. As long as people are doing their jobs as gods, that particular deity doesn't seem to care. And one of the great things about the trial of Cleric the Mad is when it gets into how mortal morality and being a god are not necessarily compatible. What is good for a god to do might well be completely horrible to contemplate from a mortal's perspective. I think that's possibly the best Forgotten Realms book I've ever read, which is weird because the trilogy before that, the Avatar trilogy, is dreadful. But it is an amazing book. And then there's a fourth book in between that's okay. It's like dreadful, okay, amazing, is how that series went. Alright, anyway, back to this thing. Amongst his servants there's a hierarchy, just as there's a hierarchy in his creation. The greater gods, such as Helm or Tyr, are to be served alone among their kind. As a servant of Tyr, I honored Torm, but did not worship him in the same way. Others may, however, serve the lesser gods at the same time as a greater god. Hence, it is not inappropriate for the hierarchs to be devoted to both Aedri, Fingya, and Ilmater. So this isn't a matter of equating the gods, nor claiming all are equivalent as some evil or chaotic are wont to do. I don't think they are wont to do that, but okay. You're right, my lord. Worshippers of evil or chaos may wish to equate their beliefs with those of us who recognize that the one true God, again, not really a concept in the Forgotten Realms, has created an ordered world within which man needs and desires both goodness and order. Even the chaotic expect the rest of us to understand what they say. We who worship these gods, dedicated to things, do the true will of the one. And again, that's not a concept in Forgotten Realms, in my experience. Like the idea that the Overfather is connected to good or to order is not the case in any of the books that I've read. But I'm not an expert in Forgotten Realms, so other people can probably weigh in on that more. Perhaps they will disagree with me, and that's okay. Alright. I've long since suspected such as these, as well as those who seem to worship creation rather than its creator. I'm going to go with I've never thought any harm of those dedicated to chaos. The amount of damage that they may inflict on themselves or others is beyond my meager ken. I do not think, however, that a philosophy that defies consistency can lead to anything better than mild self-satisfaction. Now, I'm okay with this. This part, I think, is fine. I think it's perfectly understandable that a lawful good paladin would not approve of chaos in its own right. It's just the idea that chaos somehow serves the Overfather less than order, when the Overfather is not a figure in... never mind. I'm babbling again. Alright. So we're moved on to a part that I do like, which is the amount of damage they may inflict on themselves or others is beyond my meager ken. I do not think, however, that a philosophy that defies consistency can lead to anything better than mild self-satisfaction. It can certainly lead its adherent to a whole lot worse. On the whole, I see such as these leading rather parasitic existences, relying on the rest of us to provide an ordered society for them to wreck at their whim. I think Stephen can maybe agree with that to an extent, even though he is himself rather chaotic. Or more than he really ought to be for a lawful good. Alright. Be that as it may, the greater gods are not to be equated with one with another. And I don't have an issue with that statement either. Worship of a god is not to be mocked by worship of another, save for a lesser racial god, or perhaps some associated with forces of nature. Such distinctions must be maintained so that a simplistic syncretism may be avoided. But have you not an ilmitary cleric as your confessor? Should your visits to her be counted as crossing the bound you just spoke of? A worthy question. I have spoken to the Hierarchs of it often. Yeah, I mean, I like the stuff with the interactions of the gods themselves. I just think that casting the Overfather as essentially a monotheistic, or in place of a monotheistic god is not a great characterization. But again, I'm now repeating my rants. I do that, sorry. There's a reason I do better. I rant better in writing than I do out loud, because I can get rid of some of the repetition. Okay, anyway. When I have questioned it, she noted that it is only because of the rule that... When I have questioned it, she has noted that it is only because the rule is strong that exceptions to it are meaningful, and of course they must be rare. In my case, Tyr himself, or so I've always believed, brought me directly to the Ilmitari, and hence to the Hierarchs. More particularly, however, my position in the church and within his lordship's council left me without an appropriate confessor. Only Fenthics would have been hierarchically appropriate, and as we were to wed, it was determined that we should not have our confessor in common. The Hierarchs was the only choice available, given the circumstances. So circumstances trump theology? Of course not, my lord. Circumstances may, however, dictate appropriate church discipline. Good order must be preserved for the good of all, but must give way to exigent circumstances to prevent its becoming a threat to supplant the God who gave it. When God's rules outweigh his person, they become an idol, and their overly rigid adherents find themselves worshipping the creature rather than the creator. Again, I don't think that's a concept that really works within the Forgotten Realms, because the adherents do worship the creature rather than the creator. That's kind of the whole setup we've got going on. But it is interesting. I like the use of the religious dialogues here, because I think it is in character for people in these roles to have these sorts of conversations. I just have some issue with the nature of some of their debate. I do like that it's making me think about it, though. Have you had other questions for me concerning the Hierarchs? How did you come to know her? I told you, Sir Stephen. I was taken to the mountain monastery in great weakness, indeed, near the point of death. My convalescence was an extended one. I began to believe that I had been visited by Tyr himself, and began having dreams of him. The Hierarchs, whose identity I did not at the time know, began to visit and quietly urged me to talk about what I was experiencing. He told her about the dreams. Not initially, though in retrospect, I think it clear that she knew of them without my telling her. As I grew stronger, she began to take me on walks about the monastery grounds, and to encourage me to tell of myself. She never explicitly bade me to make confession, but I did so nevertheless. In time, I was bearing my soul, and finding the experience profoundly healing. I began visiting her at her private cell away from the bustle of the monastery. You were making regular confession. I suppose that it really was one long confession over several months that I was recovering. When it came near to my time to leave, I asked the Hierarchs if I might visit her regularly. She said that she would have requested it had I not done so first. I came to Neverwinter to seek after Tyr. I continued to make regular visits to the Hierarchs, and found great strength and encouragement in our times together, but over time, your visits waned. They became more infrequent. That they did. The plain fact is that over time, I allowed the cares and concerns of my worldly duties to delay and obstruct my visits to the confessional. My visits dropped from monthly to quarterly to yearly. Indeed, I was scheduled for one 2 days after Fenthic was hanged. If only I'd kept that appointment, so much pain and suffering would have been avoided. Surely, my lady, you might be excused, given the circumstances. No, don't you see? The circumstances far more strongly dictated my being with the Higheress. The dreams had begun even then. Do you not see that the Higheress would have seen the danger I was in and interceded? Perhaps you place too much trust in her. It's trust well placed, I assure you. Have you other questions regarding her? What is her background? Oh no, we've already done that one. Alright. And in fact, this is the same dialogue as before that I was ranting about. Well, I'm not going to rant about it again. You heard my rant. It's fine. I'm sure I will at another time, but that's okay. Alright, the term Higheress, from whence it is derived. Surely you recognize, my lord, that the Higheress derives from the same root as hierarch, and refers to her position in the Church of Ilmater. So she's the chief cleric of the church? I'm not intimate with the structure of Ilmater hierarchy. I believe that she is peers among the clergy in the realms. Certainly she is the chief clergy of the Ilmatari here in the north. She's a formidable ally, then. I mean, technically, I should know this, because I am a paladin of Ilmater, but it's okay. I don't expect a module maker to take everything like that into account, and it is possible that Stephen's just too busy stabbing things to have actually paid attention to that stuff. Very possible. That she is, though she has her own purposes and does not always see the need to confide in such as you or me. Actually, that's interesting. With the added backstory there, I wonder if they might have met when he was a younger acolyte. That's an interesting thought. Okay. She generally dwells alone near the mountain monastery. He probably was in a much smaller type of monastery. Never got to see anyone important. Though her travels take her far and wide as she visits other outposts of Ilmater throughout the north. I think it likely that she visits other lands as well. I understand that she has invited you to her dwelling. That's a great honor, one she extends to few. It is one of the great honors of my life that I have been invited to visit her, though I knew not the nature of the honor when first I was so invited. Hers did not seem the sort of invitation that it is remotely possible to refuse. Indeed, no. I like that I'm having this conversation right in front of this guy who bitched at us for speculating. It's like, nope, we're not going down there again yet. You can wait, fucker. She had a purpose for the two of us, and I think will be of immense help once we reach her. I hope our journey there is not too long or encumbered. At least we're together. You speak truly. Is there anything else you would know of the Higheress? No. My questions have been answered. Let's click her again.
Yes? What is it?
Let's stop and talk for a moment. It seems a bit early for that conversation, I think. How is everything? Couldn't be better. I always feel good when something epic is underway. Shall we talk about anything else? We're done talking here.
Is there something else I can help you?
Alright. I feel like it's a little soon for that next conversation. We've only been traveling a bit. So I might wait and ask that one after we've, Why am I walking so fucking slow? Am I just over encumbered again? No. Alright. Let's see. Alright, now where to put the fucking thing? There it is. I heard tell of an inventory sort mod and I was rather intrigued by the idea. Again, why am I walking so slow? I've got a haste thing on me. I am not encumbered. Do I need to rest? Am I subjected to, immunity death, fear, knockdown, movement speed. I am hasted, so why am I walking slow? It does not tell me. I am annoyed. I wonder. One sec. If I switch that out with my other, will I walk faster? Maybe it just hasn't registered that I'm not carrying as much as I was before. Always possible. Yeah, let's try this. Alright. Nope, still walking slow. Weird. Is it giving Fabio vibes? It is a little bit, but I think he's slimmer than Fabio. You want to see the full version, which is why the paladin is pantsless to begin with? I will show you very briefly. Alright. I beg your patience, everybody else, but Effector of Change has asked me a question, and I will show off. Alright. Now, there's only one context where you get to see the full picture. And that's when you're creating it, or when you are customizing a pre-made character. So I'm just going to quickly do this, so you can see the full picture. Now, blah, blah, blah. Be nice. Okay, so if I click Customize, there is the full picture. It is by someone named Jonathan Earl Bowser. I have not asked this fellow if it's okay. I hope he knows that his art is available on the vault to use as a portrait. But see, he is not wearing any pants. And that is why I chose him. And that is why the paladin is pantsless. It is. It did inspire the no pants. There were a few other attractive paladin types that I could have picked, but I thought it would be funny to play it without pants. Exactly, exactly. Do you want a new... Does that count as a PC backstory fact, or do you want a new PC backstory fact, Effector of Change? Oh, I actually answered this once for somebody else, but I'll answer it for you too. It's actually a family tradition. You see, the founder of the Sans Pantalon Lioness family was a halfling thief named Sans Pantalon. He resided in Hillsfar, and he, it was before Malthier decided to do his whole humans only thing there, but things were getting dicey for a while, and he did some heists here and there. And sometime before he had to flee the city, he ended up acquiring a baby. Human baby. We don't need to get into how. Long story. Anyway, when he fled Hillsfar for the Sword Coast, he brought the baby with him and raised the baby. Now, because they were kind of fleeing for their lives and such, it did impact the supplies that Sans Pantaloons the thief had. Among them, clothes. And as the baby grew, well, this baby was a human. And the thing about humans and halflings is that halflings are about half the size of humans. So the hand-me-downs from Sans Pantalon did not fit entirely well. They actually covered only about half the body. And that's with some significant alterations to even accommodate that. So, but his child was always very, very grateful for his adoption. Or her adoption. Stories differ on the actual gender of the adopted child, mostly because I haven't decided that yet. Probably his, because it's a little funnier to me if it's a guy. Being pantsless, I don't know why. Probably a little bit of internal sexism. And he or she really felt it was an honor to wear their father's clothing, and just kind of adapted their fashion around wearing no pants, and it became a family tradition. Now, Stephen is not a traditionalist in the sense that he does wear undergarments. As you might notice during any nude scene that we have, he does wear undergarments, and that's because in his youth, having taken part in some jousting and other related hobbies, he learned pretty quickly the effect of chafing, and, well, decided discretion is the better form of valor. So he is part of the family who is not a strict traditionalist in the line. The strict traditionalists, of course, they are Sans Pantalon, not just Sans Pantalon. I hope that is a good backstory fact for you, even though it's slightly repetitive. I don't think you were here when I explained that before, though, so I guess it's fair. All right. Now,
Well met.
greetings in the name of Ilmater, my lord. I thank you for restoring my forge to operating condition. How, pray, did I do that? You and the lady, my greetings, Lady Aribeth, restored the altar below, which maintains a tie to this blessed forge. When the altar was defiled, the forge was not usable. However, now that this altar is restored, the forge will once again provide magical enhancements to weapons. Thank you, Effector of Change. The funny thing is, Sans Pantalone himself wore pants. It's kind of like how Neverwinter, the city, is at the southern end of where the Sword Coast moves into Icewind Dale. So it's south of Luskan and then goes straight into the Dale, and is of a warmer climate than all the others. And as per this game, part of the reason why it also had a warmer climate wasn't just the locale, which made it more temperate, but also the presence of the Source Stone. So we're dealing with a place that would never get as cold as the areas up north, as a boundary, and also some symbolic things about protection from evil and so on. So the name Neverwinter makes complete sense. But that's not enough for the game makers, I suppose, or the writers, because they, instead of having the name be a poetic metaphor, etc., it's actually because the founder of the city was named Never. So similarly, the Sans Pantalone Lioness. Sans Pantalone makes perfect sense as a name or nickname given their lack of pants, given what Sans Pantalone. But that's not why they're named that. They're named that because the founder of the family line was named Sans Pantalone, even though he did wear pants. It was a very confusing time for everybody. This work does not come cheaply. Gold is required for the magic to work, and a sacrifice to Ilmater to grant his blessings on the furnace. What upgrades do you offer? I can make your weapon keen, make it a Holy Avenger, add +1 to its enhancement, make it regenerating, or make it permanently haste you. The first enhancement will cost 50,000 gold pieces. Every succeeding one will cost the number of enhancements I have made for that weapon times 50,000. Woof. What's my gold situation like? Well, I mean, I can afford it. Can afford it a couple times over. I think I'm going to hold off for now, but I'm going to keep that in mind if I start struggling. I mean, it would be nice to have Holy Avenger on the sword already, because then I wouldn't have to worry about fucking Blessed Holy Sword as a weapon, but I'll think about that. Oh, wait. The maximum was 6, huh? +6? So I'm really close to that maximum anyway. Huh. Alright. Well, I'm going to think about that some. I can always come back. Alright. Still don't know why I'm walking so slow. It bugs me. See that? Why is my movement speed decreased? Why? I am not encumbered. Why decreased? Why? Maybe I can rest. Maybe that will help. Okay. I don't think I'll need to buy any true names from someone, so I probably don't need to worry about money to the same extent as you do in Hordes of Underdark. Huh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That worked. I can run again! Look at me running! Run! Like the wind, like the whirly bird my grandfather was. In character. Not out of character. Alright. So let's go back and see what's in the basement. Recall portal. Pay the church. Alright. It's gonna be weird when I'm no longer playing a pantsless paladin. So strange. Oh.
For Neverwinter!
And I still forgot to... Yeah, maybe I should put Holy Avenger on here, because otherwise I never remember to actually do this fucking spell. Hello, Toasty. How are you? You missed me giving the family backstory for why Sir Stephen is pantsless. It's a deep and involved story of great drama. Actually, you might have been there for that. I don't remember. That's okay. How are you, Toasty? Is there anything I can loot? Does not appear to be so. Oops. I love when I accidentally close the door on myself. And I triggered a trap, because of course I did. Ah, so you're going to try to gaslight me into playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm not opposed. I don't know. I don't know. You should be able to smile. Oh, that looks like something I can kill. Hold on a sec. I gotta go kill this thing. Hi. Oh, what did she do to get rid of that? Hold on a sec. Oh, she dispelled magicked it. Nice. Okay. This demon did not simply pop in. Someone must have summoned it. Could a hidden enemy be nearby? Maybe? Ah! Another one. That is correct. So that means I gotta figure out where the fuck this fucking Valor keeps coming from. So I thought I saw light in the northwest corner of the room before the demon arrived. Northwest is that way. Then you can laugh as to... Oh, well, it's Pathfinder 1st edition, right? Not like D&D 1st edition. I mean, you're not wrong. 3.75. I mean, look, I don't... Oh, fucking hell. Okay, let's hit him again. Alright, let's head to the northwest corner. Alright. It's not like I'm getting any bonus for that, so... Alright.
An end to this evil.
Ah, here we go.
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Can't open it? Okay, what can I do? Can I kill her through the door?
An end to this evil.
Okay. I should be able to kill her through the door. There we go. Let's ping her to death. I only have 19 rounds left. That's okay, I've got other... Huh. Well, I mean, it depends on what my mood is, to be honest with you. Okay, Aribeth, we don't need to attack the door. There's probably going to be a key around here somewhere. Gaseous form, uninjured. Oh. One sec. Seriously? Maybe I miscalculated this. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna reload for it. Here. Okay. Well, I don't know. I usually don't play paladins that often, so this is actually rare for me. I usually go towards mages or thieves. I like rogues a lot. So, I would probably play one of those. That said, I'm also very lazy, so it really kind of depends. Oh shit, did I...
Yes? What is it?
Take her through... Ah, I could ask her feelings for me. Do I want to ask her her feelings for me? Are there any romantics in the group who want to know? Okay. I would like to know, my lady, that is, if you would tell me, what are your feelings for me? Let's ask. You sound uncomfortable, my lord. I'm afraid that it's just not the easiest of questions to ask. Nor to answer. My heart, I'm afraid, remains a riddle. But if you would do me the courtesy of answering me a like question, it might help. How did you come to have feelings for me? Well, I wanted to bang them both, but, maybe I'll go with 2. Heavy spell stacking. Because at least I wouldn't like if someone told me they loved me because they pitied me. So 3's out. Hearing the whole story might be good, though. I think hearing the whole story is good. You need to know someone to love them, I think. So my plight touched your heart. Your telling me touches mine. Thinking back, I should have seen your feelings in your eyes. Yet I did not. We were both much distracted. Now, that said, he totally would have gone for the threesome before that. We were both much distracted, and the wound you had received at the loss of your Fenthic was still too fresh. It was a grievous time, to be sure, and I had much to draw me from tender thoughts. And I had been serving you, and thought to go on doing so as to prove my worth in your eyes. That you did. But don't you see, I was focused on myself. I sought my own aggrandizement in your eyes, neglecting the increasingly obvious strain you were under. And I did not behave in like manner. Was I not so full of my own troubles that I failed to see the help proffered by all about me? Can I be trusted not to do so again? Can I trust you to stand by my side? Have I not already answered that question? Touché. You have been heroically steadfast, and I ought not question your fortitude. You have earned my love many times over, whether I am at liberty to give it or no. I wish that I had known your feelings at the time. It might have made a... No. Though I would wish to say so, I cannot honestly declare that it would have prevented my failure in Port Last. Nor can I. I'm not arrogant about it. I'm glad we see eye to eye. It makes your sacrifice on my behalf all the more poignant, and my duty to you all the greater. I owe you so much, far more than I can repay. And I do not demand payment. I serve you still and will not part from you. I love you. Aw. It's a very courtly love right now. And I love you as best I can. Tell me one thing. If Fenthic had not perished, what if we'd wed? What would your fate have been? I think I just still served. I would have hoped to be the extra in the threesome. Would you, despite my marriage? My lady, you loved Fenthic, therefore I would have loved him. Yes, like I said, I was open. I should have found joy in the service of the two of you and of the city. Knowing you were content, I would have been all the more so. You'd have remained alone, companion. I was perfectly fine at the brothel. We're fine. I would have found all the solace I needed in knowing you were content. I would not have suffered as I did when, following the abbot's death, I saw you in such torment. I would never have had the distress of anxiety I labored under while you were captive to the enemy. Yes, I should have been content. Well, which one do you want, Toasty? I'm not sure I can do them both. Alright, well, I can't while the dialogue's going on. So, you'll have to wait a second. My lord, you leave me speechless. I had no idea you valued me so much. Perhaps that is why you failed against the enemy's onslaught. You did not know how I loved you, for I didn't tell you. Do you see how I failed you? I see only your devotion and my failure to acknowledge, accept, and return it. Again you touch my heart, and I must ponder what its message to me may be. Let us continue on our way. I have much to think upon. Perhaps you should discuss this with me later. To the quest, then. Alright. Alright. So, got the pixie voice. I have to try to talk in a terrible accent while doing the pixie voice. There's only one terrible accent I can do with any consistency, so you're stuck with it. Complain, and I will turn you into a fucking toad. Do you understand? It's not even a consistent accent. I'm not even sure what the hell it's supposed to be. But this is what you get. Are you happy? Even if you're not. Fuck it. You already spent the currency. Alright.
Yes? What is it?
Let's stop and talk for a moment. Oh, okay. We already talked about that. Never mind.
Is
We're
there
done.
something else I can help you with?
Nope, we're good. Alright, now let's go down and kill some Balor. The Balor is there to be killed. Yes. New accent. I don't know if it's the same accent or not. Fuck it. Ah, okay. Well, that one I don't have to do anything about. Alright. Let's go downstairs and kill the stupid Balor. And then I gotta figure out what the hell to do with that upstairs corner. Because what I thought was going to work did not. And I am set. Oh, fuck. Alright. Holy Avenger time. Now to kill the troll. The troll must die. Die, troll, die. Hello. I do not like you, troll. Time for the troll. I forgot about the troll. I meant not to... Alright, let's go kill that fucker. Ow. Look at how Aribeth does not die. If only she could give lessons to Tommy on how not to die. Okay. Well, here we go. Here we go. Map. Let us save again. Saving for all. Saving for all. Alright. That's enough of that. Alright. Let's just go into this area. And probably, once I figure out this thing, I might call it quits for the night. Because it is getting a little late. But I need to figure out what the hell is going on with this fucker. I think the problem is up there's where oh shit balls. None of that, thank you. It didn't just happen, but it did, so fuck it. We're gonna kill that Balor. I should have kept the pixie voice for that. Alright. Yeah, so I know where the issue's coming from, but I can't get back there. That's the problem. Alright. Let's go kill that thing before it can kill my girlfriend. Or my eventual girlfriend. Right now, my love for her is unrequited in a courtly sense, which I quite enjoy. Courtly love is courtly love. I want her to tie her handkerchief around my sword so that I can then go into battle for her honor. Alright. Could an enemy hidden nearby have summoned it? Okay. Let's go look in there. Oh, armor. Nice. New armor to sell. Or to hoard and forget about. One or the other. Alright, let's see. Okay. Northwest is over there. The problem is... And that's northeast. So there's something there to kill, but I can't reach them yet. Aribeth's killing the Balor again. I'm looting the stuff. I'm looking for a way into those things, though. And that I don't know how to do. Okay. Alright. I saw light in the northwest corner of the room. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Oh, I'm up north up here. Okay. Maybe I was spun around. Maybe that's the problem I had. Alright. Alright. I should be able to hit it from here then.
It can't be done.
Alright, well, let's do this instead. Everett, black tentacles, gotta love it. fucking damn it. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. I'm getting annoyed. I'm not sure how to do this, so I'm gonna have to think about it. Yeah, isn't that a cool emote? Plunge beta for me. So I've tried more than once to kill that lady in the corner, and I think that's the right idea. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill one in both, and that could be. And then I gotta, you know, make it so that my girlfriend doesn't keep dying. I mean, I've got a Rod of Resurrection, but I don't really want to use it. Ah, too bad. I think I sold the Belt of Guiding Light that I had before. Do I have Death Ward? One sec. Okay. I do have a potion of death armor. I wonder if this is gonna help. Here, check that down, won't you? And I'll wear that. And let's see if this helps us figure shit out. So, it looked like every time we killed a Baller, she figured something else out. She pointed us to the northwest corner of the room. Maybe if I kill a couple more, there'll be more answers. I do love knocking down a Baller. Demon did not simply pop in. Someone must have summoned it. Could a hidden enemy be hidden nearby? Maybe. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Well, that's west. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I didn't realize the fucking thing was turned. This is north, so that's northwest. Okay. Alright. That might change things. That might change things a lot. Alright. Let's kill this thing first. Before it kills Aribeth. Alright, so northwest corner of the room is over here, not over there. Okay.
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Alright, well let's... I guess I've been trying that before, after all. Okay, well let's see if another answer comes.
An end to this evil.
Here, come on. Don't hit the door. We can't get the door. Let's kill this thing again. And see if another tip comes in. Ah, same shit. Alright. Alright, so guess we'll try what we were doing before. Bow. Fine, you fight him. Oh, try not to die. I'm gonna shoot the vampire lady with my sword. Or with my bow. Come on, you imbecile. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. Let's use that. Alright. That's one. I wonder if there's another one over here, because it looks like the same sort of structure at least. Okay. Oh, there's a sarcophagus. That's interesting. And an open door. Nothing there. Okay. Oh, she killed him again. Oh, she's... Oh, guess it did work. Alright, can we open it again?
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Can I talk to it? Okay. Alright. Well, I was just ahead of myself, I guess. Oh, remains. Let's see what's in the remains. And let's loot the shit out of the room. That's not helpful. I was hoping for a key. Because I'm still... I want to talk to the gaseous form if it's talkable. Alright, let's see. Sarcophagus. Cough, cough, cough. Come on, you fucker.
Yes? What is it?
Never mind. You're half dead. At least the death armor seemed to have worked. Why can't I get in there? I got in there once. Come on. Come on, you fucking thing. Open. I wonder where I can find the fucking halberd, too, that I'm supposed to find. Really? Come on. Open. I'm annoyed. Okay, I'm gonna have to break it, because it's annoying me. Let's beat the shit out of a sarcophagus. Oh, fuck. Not with that. Really? Come on, you fucker. I know. Alright, stop it. Okay. I'll come back to that in a moment. Nice. And a chest. Those are quite nice. Arrows unidentified. There's fucking arrows. Every fucking time. Alright. Ooh. Robes are slightly ominous lookingness. I mean, my character's not as likely to wear a robe, but it's kind of cool that it exists. Okay.
I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Come on. I just want to talk to you. Why do you exist? Maybe it'll be somewhere farther and I can figure out what the hell is going on with that thing. Oh, I like that. Oops. Okay. Hey, you want a nymph cloak plus 2, Aribeth? I'm giving my girlfriend my hand-me-downs. Oh, actually, she's got a cloak that's probably much better for her than that one, so never mind. Maybe it'll boost my other scores. I know I looked into this before and I didn't see anything, but now I'm thinking I fucked something up. Alright. Well. Maybe go a little bit farther and see if there's anything to be seen.
The battle is on!
An end to this evil.
There we go. Alright, why can't I reach anything? There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Hit the one you can hit, that's fine. Oh, it's a lich. Hi. That one's got stuff.
For Neverwinter!
Oops. Okay. Undead fire giants. Oh, that's fun. Why would you put trolls next to undead fire giants? That just seems like a bad idea. Even undead trolls. It's like, do you want your trolls to die?
The battle is on!
Okay.
For Neverwinter!
Okay.
For Neverwinter!
Alright. Still annoys me that I can't talk to the gaseous form, though. Let me talk to the gaseous form. It might know something. I thought you were gonna open it.
I can do that.
Alright. Thank you. All the thieves in this game have very short attention
that
spans.
should help.
That did help. Alright. Now let's see. Continue on or... well, let's rest. I can't rest yet. Can I rest here? Can I rest here? Why can I not rest? Damn you, rest. Rest. Why do this to me? Why? Why? I just want to rest. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Not a very climactic part to call it a night on, but a night nonetheless. Maybe I can figure out how to talk to the gaseous form later. Probably not. It's probably just there to annoy me. Like, yes, here's an item that you cannot interact with. I put it after a door you cannot ever open. Just to taunt you. Very possibly true. Alright. Alright, so I do think I am done for the night. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, Effector. That's a good notion. Is Merrick still on? Gosh, I'm closing out early then. Because a lot of times they're not still on, but he is. He's playing Mega Man. Ah, thank you, 1001 Games Live. I'm glad you had fun too. Alright, well, let's go annoy Merrig. Yes. I do enjoy annoying Merrig. It is much fun. Much fun indeed. Alright, and I have one of my own there. Okay. So I'm going to stop streaming now, but I'm going to send us over. So you have a good night, everybody. Sleep well if you sleep well. If it's more daytime for you, have a good day. Bye-bye.